What's good, Fin Nation? What's good? It's your boy Reason. We are back here for another one, and we got a bunch to go over tonight. We're gonna recap the day. We got a ton of highlights once again from both the offense and the defense, and then we're gonna look into it. Is the Watson talk finally dead? Praise be Jesus, Allah, Vishnu, and every deity you can name. Is it finally almost dead in the water? Now, if you are a Patreon and only a Patreon, you can go over to patreon.com right now /Phinside the NFL. And I have dropped a insider info little post. I'll be doing those for the Patreons now a little bit. And I've dropped the first one for you guys. So something for you guys to go on. It talks about Xavier Howard, and it talks about Deshaun Watson and Tua a little bit in that little insider info tidbit. So if you're a Patreon, go over there. Enjoy that. Take a look. Think about it. I see some of you already seen it. Some of you already commented on it as well. So, I mean, hey, there you go. That's what I'll start to do. And just an update on the Raekwon Davis and the Xavier Howard film study. NFL Game Pass is back up, but they have notified us that the All-22 will not be available until the start of the regular season. So NFL.com doing an absolute mind-numbingly dumb thing by making the coaches film unavailable until the regular season. So we'll get that done in the regular season. I'll follow up with the Raekwon Davis. I'll do the Raekwon Davis, and I'll do the Xavier Howard. I'll just pump them out real quick. Hopefully once the All-22 comes out. And then because I'll also be doing, as you know, this is the home of Tua Tuesdays, where every Tuesday, me and Ball Game, and we'll actually be adding the homie Martin to the equation this year. It'll be me, Ball Game, and Martin. We'll be breaking down all of Tua Tagovailoa's dropbacks this year. Me and Ball Game did it last year. I said, hey, Martin, you know, you also played quarterback in college. You played at Florida A&M. Would you be interested in doing it? So Martin is jumping on board for that. So that'll be every Tuesday night. We'll be breaking down every dropback of Tua Tagovailoa from an All-22 perspective. That'll be coming back. So there's more of you that are here now than there was last year. So y'all will enjoy that. You'll get like the most in-depth breakdowns of every pass Tua completes all season, all 17 games. It'll be a beautiful thing, man. Look out for Tua's Day on Phinside the NFL. So I'll pump out the Raekwon Davis and I'll pump out the Xavier Howard stuff real quick, and then I'll turn around and we'll get going with the Tua's Day stuff. So it's just you got to give me till like the first or second week when these videos can come out now, because Game Pass is going to Game Pass and the All-22 is not available. So that's just what it is, man. So we got a ton to talk about, but before we do, I gotta get through some things. So if you'd like to donate to the channel, you can do so. PayPal.me/Phinside. You can also donate through the super chat. Become a Phinside the NFL Patreon. Patreon.com/Phinside the NFL. I want to shout out each and every one of my Patrons: Rhino Sid, Fake Spike 94, K All Day, Ramon Casillas, Seth, Slim Pickens, Marino's Goat, Keith Davis, your boy Trev, Josh, Jazz 803, Martin, Zoe Vegas, the Arkham Elf, Irving, Drew Boo, The Show, Jawar Thompson, Jeff Jackson, Andre Villarreal, Jay Love, Todd Labruto, The Enigmatic Man, Georgie Boy, Florida Born, Michael Rodriguez, Dennis Klassen, Philip Leduc, Tommy Flores, Ron Levy, Marino Ron, Anthony J. Marine, Brett Potvin, Joe, Rhonda, Logan, Just Keep Waddling, Justo, Robert, Reginald, Drip Entertainment, and Anything's Possible. If you are one of those names and you haven't been modded yet, let me know. But there's a new little insider info tidbit up there on the Patreon that you can go and check out if you are a Patreon right now. I want to make that a Patreon exclusive for y'all. Also, if you see everyone with those little emojis next to the name, those little badges, and they're also using emojis in the chat, those are members of the channel. If you want to become a member of the channel, look below me. You'll see a join button right next to subscribe. If you go in the description, you'll also see a direct link next to become a Phinside the NFL YouTube member. Click on that. If you don't want to click the join button, it'll take you right to the sign up process. There's multiple different levels. So I want to shout out all the members because we're at 111 right now. So Damian Deese, MFins1, Seth Twizzle, Law 100, 442, Timothy Whiteman, Yawa Bulla, Bruce 1, Foxing Around, Dr. Draft, Timothy Sapinenza, Nico, the homie Nico Kumo, one of my day ones. He's been supporting this channel since I started doing this. So shout out to you, man. Actually, he's been supporting me since I got into the YouTube game, even on TD Fins Talk. My T Dolphin, Dolphins Sweden, Fake Spike 94, Jazz 803, Luke Sparkman, D Ray 91, Tilly, Flips, Marcus 84. Ty Rhodes, Florida born, SC 42, Cody Patron, the show, Jonesy Fins Nation, Kevin Williams, Rhonda, Philip Leduc, Zachary Harris, Dennis Klassen, Powerhouse, Thunder Cleus, Birdman, 100 Ante, Ramon Casillas, Marino's Goat, Michael Simmons, Ron Levy, Chad Marchione, Tony Marine, Barry Bailey, DC, the homie Tyler, the God left tackle Richmond Webb is a member over here. Cap for Life, Furious, K all day, Go to Valoa, Bleezy, Rhino Sith, Irving, Julian, Scorpion King, Ty Jenkins, Whale One, Innes, Campbell, Mari, Fred Rivera, Justin Dunker, Cash, Zanny Jinzo, your boy Trev, Caddyshack, Vince Forever 72, Storm Warrior, D Hugga all day, Takalusa Sosa, Daryl Canna, Big Time, Wayne, Hedgeman, Quint Riddle, Takumikia, sorry if I butchered that, Harry Clements, Canadian Fin Gone Wild, Franklin Lejeune, Todd Beards, DM, Pierre Louis, James Steele, Sean Moore, Dolphin Dan, Jeremiah Kelly, Fins for Life, Big John Stud, the Lewis Corn 72, Chef Jew, Kyle Bow, Tommy, Robert Martin, Tony Usawa, Jose Valdez, Sinatra 305, Ricky Butts, Joel Fields, Daddy Dean, BK2 all day, Dylan, Hannah Ho, Ramon, A Turner 05, Serge, Chocolate on the Straw, Rafael Fierro, Sherrod Ford, Brandon Gibson, James Jordan twice, James Jordan again, and Ivan Ulysses. Appreciate each and every one of you for supporting the channel, man. You guys are going to have first access to when those all 22 videos come out. So it's just going to be a matter of time. We're just waiting on Game Pass to put everything up. So shout out to everyone. So shout out to my members and my Patreons. Appreciate each and every one of you guys. All right. Now, furthermore, patchvibes.com. Use code Phinside to save 20% off your order. You can get something like this amazing tumbler that you always see me constantly drinking out of. It's awesome. Absolutely love it. Keeps your drink nice and refreshed. They also have amazing shirts like this Tua Tagovailoa cartoon shirt based off the Merino shirt from the early 90s. Go cop that. Absolutely love it. And then we got a new sponsor over here. Backroomcollection.net. Use code REASON and you can save 10% off your order. And I know what you're asking. Reason, what's backroomcollection.net? Well, I'm glad you asked, because if we go through backroomcollection.net, they have canvas paintings. They just uploaded this to a Spotlight Green Burst, which is actually absolutely fantastic. They also have Jason Taylor and Zach Thomas. They have great stuff over here. Jason Taylor and Zach Thomas again. Oh, they got other teams. This Waddle one is honestly, the Cheetah one is awesome. They have the whole team, the defense balling out. So for the clumps of the world, they got Tim Tebow in the Gators uniform. They got a nice 201 right here. So go check them out. Backroomcollection.net. You can go save 10%. Just use code REASON and you'll get 10% off of your order. Go support the family. And I also have another sponsor I'm in talks with. If you're into prop betting and game day betting, I'll have a sponsor coming in very shortly in the next few weeks that I think you guys will be very interested in. So yeah, go check out backroomcollection.net, 10% off, use code REASON. The sponsors are starting to pick up for the homie. Serge, don't worry, Manscaped will be coming back, man. Don't worry about that. So go check them out. They have a whole ton of stuff on backroomcollection.net. Shout out to them for being a new sponsor of the show. Don't worry, the Manscaped stuff is coming. Don't worry. I'm working on something with that. But I'm gonna end up spending 10 minutes of show reading out my freaking sponsors here. Don't worry. But don't worry. I know. Well, Zim, he says I love betting. Hey, the greatest thing about what I have in the works right now is I'm going to give you guys exclusive Miami Dolphins prop lines and betting lines to gamble on. So it's going to be a very interesting partnership that I got coming up. Stay tuned. We'll be talking about that over the next week, man. So it's going to be awesome. And yes, Manscaped will be coming back to the channel. Don't you guys worry. All right, let's get into it. We got a ton to go over recap-wise of the day. Y'all know what time it is. We're going to go over the Miami Herald, the Sun Sentinel, the Palm Beach Post. We're going to read a bunch of updates directly from Twitter. I've talked to a few people privately, so I'll tell you what I heard privately about today because there is some interesting tidbits I was told. And then we're going to show the video highlights. I also want to show a little portion of Tua's interview today. And then we're also going to look at what's going on with the Watson situation, because it seems that the conversation of Watson to Miami is officially dying down. So you're going to love it, man. So we'll get into it. What's up, Billy the Kid? Guitar lessons with Billy the Kid. Shouldn't it be gun lessons with Billy the Kid? I'm just wondering, Billy. Anyways, let's go. Let's get into it. All right, let's start off with the Palm Beach Post, and it has a little bit about Flores' press conference today. So, a day after the Dolphins put on pads for the first time this training camp, they were back at it Wednesday. With the newness of pads having worn off, they underwent what could be described as a quiet workout with considerable time spent on special teams. Ahead of the workout, Coach Brian Flores met with the media. Highlights of what he said. On changes made at linebacker for 2021, they work well together. They've all got a different skill set we can potentially use. On rating Jakeem Grant's value as an all-pro return specialist, obviously very explosive, very productive. We're happy to have him. Hey, people are asking me what I'm wrong about. I might be wrong about Grant making the team. Looks like he might make it. On Tua Tagovailoa in the deep ball, I think it's something he's placed an emphasis on. We've placed an emphasis on. We're not going to make them if we don't throw them. Hopefully he's gaining more confidence. We can make some of those throws. Flores reiterates things are moving in the right direction with Xavier Howard, who watched the second half of practice from the sideline. On Tuesday's workout, the first in pads, says every year when pads first go on, everyone's a little bit rusty. On linebacker Andrew Van Ginkel, he won't practice Wednesday in his day-to-day. Then it was on to the practice field. Also not spotted early at practice. Fuller, Cravon LeBlanc wasn't there. Javaris Davis, but Javaris did end up coming out on the field. And Malcolm Brown, Van Ginkel, as Flores said, will not be his day-to-day. Jalen Phillips was working on the side on the bikes. Salvin Ahmed also worked on the side on the bikes. And a Brown appeared midway through the workout to watch. Jason McCourty has been working at safety, saw time on the boundary at cornerback today. Tagovailoa found Devontae Parker for a nice connection of about 15 yards. Albert Wilson, who has had an outstanding camp, had a rare drop. It appeared he may have been focused on making a move before securing the ball. Newcomer Michael Pilardi, who has had no issues with the hang time this camp, dropped a punt on the 1 yard line with backspin to prevent the touchback. Michael Pilardi will get into it. Had some nice punts today, apparently. Tagovailoa showed nice touch, dropping a ball into the hands of Michael Gaskin on the sideline in 7-on-7 drills. Jacoby Brissett with a nice strike of 50-plus yards to Isaiah Ford in the end zone. Ford has not been shy about celebrating good plays this camp. And we got a play we'll show to you. Isaiah Ford roasted Noah Benogany again, guys. So, I mean, it's not been a good camp for Noah Benogany. Trill Williams made another play. This team on a deep pass breakup. We've got a breakup to show you guys of them. Alan Hearns couldn't come up with a tough catch on the sidelines on a pass from Brissett, who was slow to get up and looked at by trainers. he walked inside. Hearns then returned to catch a long touchdown from Brissett. Tagovailoa hit Jalen Waddle on a short crossing pattern for a score. Looked like Waddle at Alabama with that speed. Waddle and Malcolm Perry worked on kickoff returns. So there you go. Larnell Coleman, this is a big story. Larnell Coleman saw first-team snaps at right tackle today. Tagovailoa scrambled away from Brennan Scarlett to find Hunter Long downfield. Tagovailoa overthrew Wilson. Javon Holland intercepted. We got that highlight. Brennan Scarlett recorded a sack again, so it's 2 days in a row. Tagovailoa under heavy pressure. And remember, Brennan Scarlett has been filling in for Jalen Phillips in his spot as the edge outside linebacker. Tagovailoa under heavy pressure threw a 23-yarder to Waddle, who made a leaping grab. Brissett throwing against the grain, found forward at the last second for a huge gain. Now, I want to tell you guys this in regards to Larnell Coleman. Shout out to one of the homies, man. I want to if you guys remember, he's RIP Tupac, Rip Tupac. He's actually he's been a big time supporter, but he lives in Miami Gardens, so he's been going to every practice. He hasn't missed one. And he said today was a very, very good day for Tua. He said he had one throw that threaded in between three defenders to Albert Wilson in 2-minute offense. That was really nice. He said O-line is still shaky, but it wasn't as bad as yesterday. He said Larnell Coleman was starting at right tackle, and let's hope that doesn't happen in the season because he was beat a lot today. He said Solomon Kinley is really not good anymore. Remember seeing him on the ground in one play today. He said Tua was just throwing straight dots out there. He said it was absolutely beautiful to watch, and his accuracy and touch was on full display today. So, great stuff. Thank you. Appreciate you, David, a.k.a. RIP Tupac, for filling me in, man. Absolutely appreciate that, dude. So, yeah, just a little update. I wanted to show some love for I had a couple other people hit me up today and say that it was a big, big day for Tua, and they really liked what they saw today. So, yeah, it was, the O-line was better today and didn't get absolutely wally-whopped like they did yesterday. So, I mean, that's a good thing. I mean, if you're going to, look for a positive. So they still got handled. From what I understand, and we'll get into it, they got absolutely destroyed when the blitz packages came in today, though. Apparently, that wasn't the prettiest sight in the world. So take that for what it is, man. Apparently, it just wasn't a good thing when the blitzes started coming their way. But we'll get into all that stuff. So shout out to the homie Rip Tupac, man. Appreciate you, dude, for showing some love, man. And keeping me filled in, man. I love it. Love it. Love it. Love it. All right, let's keep it rolling, man. All right. Now, rolling to the next one. And we are going to dive into the Sun Sentinel today. Let's see what the Sun Sentinel had to say in regards to training camp. So, desperate times call for desperate measures, and it seems we've reached that point with the Dolphins secondary. The Dolphins are seemingly having open auditions to find a cornerback worthy of replacing Xavier Howard, who seems to be sitting out training camp practices because of a contract dispute with the team. Though Coach Brian Flores has said he has an ankle injury. Noah Benogany, who the Dolphins selected with the 30th pick in the 2020 NFL Draft, spent the first week of camp as the starter opposite Byron Jones, but his daily struggles got him replaced by Nick Needham on Monday. When the coverage didn't improve with Needham, the Dolphins decided to go to the veteran route and move Jason McCourty from free safety to cornerback on Wednesday. I told you it was going to be Needham or McCourty that gets that job. Stand by that. Hoping his veteran presence would help the patch the leaky secondary, which has been getting bombed daily by all three quarterbacks. I'm taking it all in stride. Corners a lot more stress, as McCourty said after Wednesday's practice. McCourty spent most of his 13-year playing quarterback, but he came to Miami with the hope of transitioning free safety like his twin brother, Devin McCourty, who is entering his 12th season as a starter for the New England Patriots and 9th as a safety. I'm playing a lot of these young guys I'm playing a lot of these young guys play in and play out, McCourty said, referring to Miami's speedy receivers who have abused the Dolphins secondary in 6 of the first 7 practices. McCourty's move opened the door for Javon Holland, a 2021 second-round pick, to get more snaps at the starting free safety position. The former Oregon standout pulled down his first interception of training camp on Wednesday, picking off a deep pass from quarterback Tua Tagovailoa that was intended for receiver Robert Wilson. We got that highlight we'll show. When Howard returns to practicing, it's possible that McCourty will be moved back to safety, but at this point, it's unclear when that will be because of the contract dispute and Howard's request to be traded if his existing deal isn't altered. Again, if you are a Patreon, go enjoy the Patreon right now. I got a new post up for you guys that's got a little bit more info on the whole Howard situation, as well as a little tidbit about Watson Tua. Howard, that actually involves Howard. Howard participated in 2 practices on a limited basis before shutting it down because of what the team labeled an ankle injury. Camp observations: despite the absence of the team's projected starting outside linebackers, Jalen Phillips and Andrew Van Ginkel, who are both nursing injuries, the Dolphins dialed up the defense's blitz package on Wednesday, and they were fairly disruptive to Tagovailoa. Backup Jacoby Brissett, on the other hand, handled the pressure well, consistently getting the ball out of his hands quickly and routinely delivering completions on plays with pressure in his face. Isaiah Ford caught 2 deep passes from Brissett, one for 40 yards and the other for 45, but both throws were beauties. But Brissett's scoring didn't just come from Ford. Brissett took advantage of an offsides penalty from Shaquem Griffin and aired out a touchdown pass to Allen Hurns, who caught it in the end zone. Stock up. Brendan Scarlett, a 6-year veteran who started 22 games in his career, shined in his first day of working with the starting defense as Van Ginkel's replacement. Yesterday, he was playing in Jalen Phillips' position. Scarlett recorded back-to-back sacks on Tagovailoa during an 11-11 period. Here's some more context. Those sacks were on blitzes when they installed blitz packages, just so you guys know. And finished the day out with a 3rd sack on backup quarterback Reed Sinnett. Stock down. No matter what unit Igbenogany is working with, he's being picked on by Miami's quarterbacks who frequently target him with deep passes to receivers. The 2020 first-round pick struggles have already led to his demotion from the first team. At this point, the Dolphins need to explore if there's a deeper issue and consider whether playing safety might be a better option for the former Auburn standout. I actually agree. His athleticism can allow him to play safety, his range, his ability to go sideline to sideline. He's not a ball hawk by any stretch of the imagination. He doesn't have great ball instincts, but he'll have to think less in terms of covering guys if you put him back at safety. It's just, if he's going to be a free safety, he's going to have to kind of like know the playbook like the back of his hand, right? He's going to have to know everyone's assignments. So you think less in terms of coverage on your man, but you think more in terms of the defense and the secondary as a whole, right? So I told y'all this some of y'all were trying to gas Igbenogany up to me, and I was not buying what you're trying to sell me. You were trying to sell water to a well, and I wasn't having none of it. And now we see Igbenogany. He's exactly who I told you he was. This kid is not ready to take on a starting role. I'm sorry, he's just not. And he won't, because we're not going to get roasted. Guys on the rotisserie grill every practice. And, guys like Isaiah Ford. Guys, Isaiah Ford ran a 4.6 40, and he's out there giving Igbenogany the heater. So, receiver Devontae Parker participated in a decent amount on Wednesday practice, his second since training camp began. In his first of 11-11 work, Parker caught a slant from Tagovailoa. He didn't get many slats, but he seems to be working his way back from an undisclosed injury. Jesse Davis, the Dolphins starting right tackle, sat out the end of the practice as part of his management program. Larnell Coleman, a former UMass standout the Dolphins selected in the 7th round, replaced Davis as a first-team right tackle after his return from the COVID list. Eichenberg's going to end up being a guard, guys, and I better get Quentin Nelson-like production from this guy if you traded up for him. Tailback Malcolm Brown and cornerback Crevon LeBlanc were held out of Wednesday's work. Tailback Salvin Ahmed participated in individuals, but continues to wear a red non-contact jersey. He rode the stationary bike while the team conducted 11-11 work. So there is your update from the Sun Sentinel. All right, let's keep it rolling like Fred Durst and Limp Bizkit. By the way, if all of y'all have seen what Fred Durst looks like recently, good God, he looks like he is 80 years old, and he dresses like it too. All right. Continuing on. Let's get into the Miami Herald's recap of the day. So, practice report. The Miami Dolphins secondary is a work in progress. We all know that. The club cut Bobby McCain, who started at free safety last year in the offseason. All-pro cornerback Xavier Howard wants to be traded and is not participating because of an ankle injury. And the team is trying to lock down spots at both safety and cornerback, so stuff is in flux. And we saw that during Wednesday's practice on multiple fronts. Jason McCourty, who had been working as a starting free safety the first 6 days of practice, has moved to boundary cornerback this day. He worked with the starters in a spot that would otherwise belong to Howard were he not traded or injured. So that opened up the free safety starting spot, and second round pick Javon Holland took that spot. I mean, who else do we have? Let's be honest with ourselves, unless you're going to convert Trill Williams. And he did well generally, including an interception of starting quarterback Tua Tagovailoa. Nick Needham, who's been getting practice repetitions at boundary cornerback, moved to starting slot cornerback instead of Justin Coleman today. Who are we leaving out? Well, Noah Benogany, who started some last year when Byron Jones was injured, continues to practice with the backups. The big leaves the Dolphins are expecting from all the second-year players has apparently not yet manifested for Benogany. And here's the thing. Benogany doesn't seem on the verge of a breakthrough, because some plays he's fine and some plays he gives up big plays. That was him trying to run down Allen Hurns on a 60-yard throw from Jacoby Brissett, and that doesn't mean it was exclusively Benogany's coverage, but it was in his area. In 7-on-7s, Isaiah Ford beat Benogany for what would have been a 50-yard pass for Brissett. This practice actually ended with Benogany giving up a completion at the 3-yard line in red zone drills, and he was flagged on the play for an apparent defensive holding. Whew. Bad day for Igbo. It gets worse. So, what's the point? One would expect a player working toward great improvement, so he's the undoubted backup in case starters go down to be playing well against a fellow reserve. But that isn't Benogany consistently. About the McCourty and Howard possibility, the Dolphins have spoken to teams that have called about Howard, according to a source. It is unknown what Miami would want in any deal. If you go to patreon.com, I have told you what I've been told they want exactly in a deal. And it is unknown if any talks have reached discussing trade terms. But that means there is at least a small chance the Dolphins move on from Howard, who has requested a trade. And that would mean they need a replacement. McCourty, who was signed as something of a hybrid player to play both cornerback and safety, played mostly cornerback for the Patriots last season. He started 11 of 16 games and had only 3 passes defense without an interception. Holland, meanwhile, seems on track to eventually win a starting job in Miami's deep secondary. Yes, this is only practice in this early camp, but he's usually around the football and active. Some of you have asked for an actual description of plays in practice. Here's some of that. 7-on-7. Tagovailoa completes a pass along the left side to Shaquem Grant, who beats Byron Jones. Tagovailoa completes a pass to Durham Smythe in the middle of the field after the tight end beats Eric Rowe. Tagovailoa puts the ball in Jalen Waddle's hands in the end zone, but the first round pick drops the touchdown. Don't like to see that. Jalen and Albert Wilson with rare drops today. Waddle, it should be noted, caught a 40-yard pass from Tagovailoa later in practice when he beat Nick Needham. Grant beats Needham one-on-one in second-team 7-on-7 drills. The nicest pass of the day, Tagovailoa bootlegs left and throws 24 yards on a line to a sliding Hunter Long, who makes a catch between 2 defenders. The crowd approved. I'm not sure if the Dolphins running backs are suddenly amazing catching the football out of the backfield or the coverage is lacking, but the group definitely did some good work Wednesday. Myles Gaskin beat Bernard McKinney deep along the sideline during 7-on-7. Gaskin has done this multiple times against McKinney since training camp opened. Patrick Laird also had a long catch along the sideline after coming out of the backfield. Offensive line, while the offensive line had not changed since Saturday, there was a new right tackle with the starting unit midway through Wednesday's drills. Larnell Coleman, the 7th-round pick, took over for Jesse Davis as the starting right tackle. Coleman had been working with the second and third team offensive lines until Wednesday. It's unclear if the move was to give Coleman a new challenge or to give Davis a rest or a combination of the two. Davis watched from just behind the offensive huddle as the starters work, so that does not suggest he was seriously injured in any way. that would make the switch necessary. If you remember, they talked about a couple days ago in our updates, they talked about how Jesse Davis has been battling an issue with his leg, but also they wanted to have him on a snap management plan. So that's not a surprise. Brennan Scarlett had something of a monster day, competing against a third-team offense as he rushed the passer and would have collected multiple sacks had this been a live game. Jalen Phillips, Xavier Howard, Mike Gesicki, Ethan Carter, Adam Shaheen, and Will Fuller continue to be out. Devontae Parker, nursing a hamstring injury, returned to practice. Jason Sanders, an All-Pro last season, had not missed a field goal attempt until Wednesday when he hit the upright on one of his attempts. So there you go. There is the update from the Miami Herald. Just so everyone has a little bit of an update. There is your recap for the day. But now, as usual, I'm going to give you a little bit of a deeper recap. We're going to go into some detailed tweets here. So, tackle fit drill during the fundamentals portion. The D-line was taking their turn wrapping and lifting. Raekwon Davis picked up John Jenkins, a 330-pound human with eye-popping level of ease. Will Fuller and Jalen Phillips were on the exercise bikes to begin camp. Jakeem stacked the DB on the back pylon, and Tua lofted it in perfectly. Terrell Bonds, and I got the highlight, grabs an interception undercutting a route off Brissett. I got that highlight. Tua had a gorgeous corner route ran by Merritt, who got him behind Tino Ellis. Great throw, lofted it right in there, and it was a great start for Tua. And his pass catchers on one-on-ones, dime after dime in the one-on-ones. Raekwon stacks up the first run of team period. He and McKinney there for a quick stop. Play action creates a major cushion, and Tua quickly whips it out to Albert Wilson, but it's dropped on a hitch, the rare drop. That's the first one for Albert this camp. Emmanuel Ogbah works down the line and stacks up a run by Laird from the shotgun formation. 2-on play action drills a 15-yard curl to Parker, the first team period hookup between those two. Gaskin with a nifty jump cut to clear the first wave, but then is met by big Raekwon Davis, who gets him to the ground. It was a gain of about 3 yards. Sam Egwavine and Duke Riley shoot their gaps to stack up a Malcolm Brown run. Javarius Davis drives on a dig route from Brissett, looking for Foster for the pass breakup. Jared Dokes powers through a lane on the left side, ran through some arm tackle attempts for a gain of a couple yards. Skura scoops out the one tech to open a lane on the inside in a running attempt. Malcolm Perry makes a nice catch off his frame on a 5-yard square in from Sinnott. Pilardi is punting from the -40. He hits a liner that checks up with a high bounce and goes out of bounds at the 2-yard line. Pilardi then hit one more with hang time to the other direction, and the official on that sideline ruled it out at the 3-yard line. And then for the third time, Pilardi kicked it right down the middle. It bounced at the 1, had backspin, and it came back to the 5 where it was down by his gunner. So Pilardi putting on a show, continuing a strong camp, and from what I'm hearing is a massive upgrade from what we had with Matt Hawk last year. The fourth attempt by Pilardi was apparently one of his best, but it bounced off the inside of the pylon and into the end zone for the touchback. 7-on-7s, Tua throws an absolute dime to Gaskin on a wheel route. Ball meets Gaskin just as he pulls away from the underneath coverage and in front of the safety, closing over the top. That's where he beat Benardrick McKinney. 7-on-7, third down throw sees Laird get into the flat all alone. Tua quickly whips it out, and Patrick Laird turned it up for a gain of at least 20. Jacoby Brissett now in, loft a perfect shot down the middle of the field to Ford, who laid out for the catch, beating Igbenogany to the spot. We got that highlight we'll go over. Jared Dokes caught a ball in the flat and dropped the shoulder on Jamal Perry and turned it upfield. Apparently just laid into Jamal Perry. Sinnott tried for Merritt on the deep post, who had a step on Trill Williams, but Williams recovered, got his hand in there for a pass breakup. Tua now back in for 7-on-7, completes a curl route to Albert Wilson. Tua tries for Smythe up the seam. Brandon Jones was in trail and made for a tight window. Ball is just out of Smythe's reach. Still on 7-from-7, Nick Needham gets another pass breakup, this time on a crossing route to Jalen Waddle from Tua. Javarius Davis gets into tight coverage on Hearns. On a throw from Brissett. Hearns goes up, but Davis separates the hands from the pass breakup. And that was where Hearns was slow to get up. Now working in the red zone. Tua gets it out to Smythe on a quick pass, who has a convoy to take him down at the 5-yard line. Play started at the 20-yard line. Adam Butler gets the desired gap of Gaskin, who has to bend it back, and he gets help, and it's a no gain for Gaskin. Apparently Butler's get off the line of scrimmage is just something to behold. Beautiful ball by Tua as Jordan Scarlett comes free and Waddle runs a drag route. Tua fades away and lobs the ball to space. Waddle snatches it and he's gone for a touchdown. Gaskin, a strong run fighting through the trash of the left side. Austin Jackson, a nice block to clear some space for Gaskin. Tua play action, rolls to his right and finds Wilson in the end zone for a 5-yard touchdown. We have that highlight, so we'll show you that. Vince Beagle gets pressure and forces a throwaway to end a very strong red zone period for Tua in the offense. Zach Seiler and John Jenkins blow up a screen as Brissett kills it with a throw into the dirt. Dokes now getting work with Brissett-led offense. He's having a strong day now with the pads on. Takes a dive off the left guard for a few yards. Tua, he had 6 TDs and no picks in the last couple of practices in terms of red zone drills. Wilson and Waddle had 2 touchdown catches from him today, and all 11-11 work. He had no interceptions until he got picked off later in the day. So that's great stuff. Nice work by Brissett to recognize a blitz and get it out quick. Pressure was coming from all over, but he fires it out to Laird in the flat for a short gain. Carl Tucker finds the end zone on a handoff from the 5. Sam McGoveen comes clean up the middle for a would-be sack on 3rd and goal from the 5. It was the last play of the Brissett-led offense. Nice rep now by Shaquem Griffin to pressure the boot of Sinnett for a would-be sack. Sinnett takes off for a scramble touchdown, showing the wheels that made him a dual threat in college. Tua fires an in-breaking route to Albert Wilson, working on Justin Coleman. Gain of 12 yards in 11-11 drills. Wilkins stacks up a run in the 11-11. Brendan Scarlett gets off the snap. Jackson has a great vertical set to run him around Tua. Tua steps up and fires up the sideline to Hunter Long for a big gain. Frozen rope that hit Hunter Long in the chest. Robert Hunt, Larnell Coleman, and Durham Smythe clear a big lane as Gaskin explodes for a big-time run. Tua overthrows Wilson, and Albert Wilson, and Javon Holland gets the pick. And apparently Holland has played a big part in some of the coverage sacks that happened today. Apparently Jones, Byron Jones, and McCourty communicate really well out there. Jacoby Brissett, I mean, that's, you have 2 veterans. That's what I was saying, that's why you want Xavier Howard out there but McCourty's just as good because he knows the defense better than anyone. Like Javon Holland can just worry about himself. He doesn't have to worry about either side. Whereas Noah Benogany, Javon Holland has to worry about that side, right? Brissett speeds up the operation with pressure bearing down, gets a quick slant to Merritt, who's once again working with the 2s for a completion. Alan Hearns is now back, and he gets free behind the defense for a long touchdown from Brissett. Sam McGoveen runs the pass, the RPO attempt. Iguvine runs to the pass pro attempt of Jordan Scarlett, for pressure on Sinnett, and apparently Sam McGoveen had a really good day. Merritt hauls in a slant from Sinnett, and those 2, as we all know, have been playing really well together. And it says here, Merritt has been a problem for whoever tries to cover him. That boy Kirk Merritt. Sinnett to Merritt again. Sinnett has a cannon. Strobridge came inside, crossed the face of the tackle for a pressure, possibly a sack. Sanders hits the upright for the first time in practice since he went wide on a 60-yarder in scrimmage last year at Hard Rock. In 2-minute plays, Tua to Waddle for 6 yards on a speed out. Tua scrambles and flips back to the running back for a few on a lateral pass. Smythe over the middle for 8. Then Vince Beagle sacked him. Tua drives one up the seam to Waddle, who goes up and makes the catch between a pair of defenders for about 20 to 25 yards. And it put the offense into range for a long field goal. Despite the one overthrow that was picked by Holland, apparently, according to Travis Wingfield, this was Tua Tagovailoa's best day in a very strong start to camp. Velocity and placement were good all day from the variety of platforms. And Kyle Krabs was there today. And there was times Travis says that he looked over at Travis and gave him the look like, wow, I can't believe it. Good battle with Ford and Igbenogany. First, Ford gets behind him for a honey hole shot from Bissett. Then Igbo comes back with a pass breakup on a curl route. In 1-versus-1 wide receiver DB, Waddle gets behind Justin Coleman and Tua throws a strike, but Waddle couldn't finish the catch. Next rep, Tua throws a similar fade from the 20, and Isaiah Ford pulls it down. So, I mean, Isaiah Ford had a big day. You know, like everyone's had a big day, it almost seems, except Lynn Bowden Jr. So, well, I guess in Matt Collins, but Matt Collins has made some plays, right? So, continuing on here a little bit. Tagovailoa, it was apparently a really impressive day. He did have some throwaways on the goal line facing pressure, and he had pressure in his face as he locked in a deep over route to Waddle. Hunter Long on that play was on the slant underneath as rookie Javon Holland came off the hash to get wide and intercept the 2 wide overthrown pass from Tua. Other than that, Tagovailoa is really sharp on RPOs they ran today. He had a few escapes that led to big plays, and he was in command today. Brendan Scarlett, again, was apparently everywhere. First team, second team, third team. Played the weak side linebacker, played end, rushed as a wide 9 specialist. He showed a really good motor today, and one of his sacks came on Austin Jackson. So, and when he was on the second team, he really apparently did a number on Timon Paris, who was at left tackle. You know, him and Shaquem Griffin are gobbling up special team reps, so it looks like they're both going to make it. Both play, you know, they're at least going to be on special teams, right? Larnell Coleman, you know, Vince Beagle beat him for a sack. That sack you saw that I talked about in the 2-minute drill. Vince Beagle beat Larnell Coleman on it. So, you know, it was apparently not a very bad debut against the first unit, but I mean, you got a guy like our Rip Tupac saying he didn't do good. So, Javon Holland, he was in the install portion as Byron Jones watched with Xavier Howard and Nick Needham. Holland matched up with Hunter Long several times today, and played pretty good in turning and mirroring the Boston College tight end. Apparently it was Javon Holland's best day in practice today. Again, Noah Benogany, not a good day for Noah Benogany. He got beat badly by Isaiah Ford on a go route, then got beat by a deep cut in by Lynn Bowden Jr. There's that name. Then gave up a big play to Hearns right after. So his technique was apparently very sloppy and a bit choppy, and he was slow to get out of his back pedal. So it really wasn't a good day by any stretch of the imagination for Noah Benogany. So, you know, he's going to have to get his act together. Like, let's be honest with ourselves here. For him to be an impact player, he's going to have to he's going to have to show up, man. So, yeah, I'm just looking over. In one of the throws that Hunter Long got completed to him today, apparently Tua Tagovailoa was very good in the pocket and then climbed the pocket very smoothly to make that throw. Tua's touch in the red zone one-on-one period was unbelievable, apparently today. So, I mean, Tua was showing up and showing out today. So very encouraging to see. You know, yesterday a lot of people were premature trying to say he had a bad practice when, let's be honest, they were run heavy. So I don't know what else to say. You know what I mean? People need to relax a little bit on expecting Tua to ball out on a run heavy day, right? So yeah. Continuing on here, I'm just checking. All right. So continuing on here, I think we're gonna get into some of the highlights. Then there's a couple things I want to bring up here right now. There's a couple little tidbits I want to talk. We're gonna talk about the Watson stuff, but I got a couple interesting little non-Dolphin notes that I want to talk about after we get into the Twitter highlights, because Chan Gailey got thrown under the bus today by a former Dolphin. Eric Rowe threw him under the bus this week when he talked about what the playbook looked like, and that was a defensive player talking about where he saw the playbook being at, right? So we'll talk about that, and then we're gonna have a little segment called "Keep That Same Energy, y'all. Keep that same energy." We're gonna have a little segment called "Keep That Same Energy." I feel like so. I want to just bring it up right now. But we're gonna get into the video highlights right now, and then after the video highlights, we're gonna talk about the Watson stuff, and then we're gonna get into the Gailey thing, and we'll get into a little non-Dolphin tidbit as well. All right. So let's get into the highlights for today's practice for all of y'all to see. Okay, we got a bunch to go over. In total, we have 3, 6, 9. We got 12 highlights, and I want to show a little clip of Tua from his presser today. All right. So, as you know, we always like to save the big time passing highlights for the end. So let's get into it. First of all, a rare Tyshawn Render sighting today, as the Miami Dolphins are working on Tyshawn Render's ability to set the edge today to open up practice. So a rare Tyshawn Render sighting for all of y'all. Take it all in, because we haven't heard much from the kid working on the sleds. So there's Tyshawn Render, a very rare sighting, because we haven't even heard very much about him during practices, right? So here's Bernard McKinney working on some tackle machines, the sleds as well. Good job by Bernard McKinney. Next one that I have to show all of y'all is Raekwon Davis working on practicing his technique, getting off on the snap, right? His get off technique. So here is Raekwon Davis today, practicing his get off and then getting to the second level. Good stuff by the big man. He's such a monster. It's ridiculous. I love this guy. Remember, man, I called him Chris Jones 2.0, and I truly believe this kid's going to take a massive leap. He's a future All-Pro in this league. I truly do believe that with literally every bone in my body. I think the kid's going to be very, very special. All right, here is Brendan Scarlett working on some footwork drills. Brendan Scarlett, who has had 2 huge days yesterday when he filled in for Jalen Phillips, and today when he filled in for Andrew Van Ginkel. He's had some sacks over the last 2 days. So good work by Brendan Scarlett, man. Love to see him, and he's definitely making this team, I think. Him and Shaquem Griffin for sure. Pencil them in. Take that out. All right, let's keep with the defense a little bit here. Here is a pass breakup from Brissett, broken up by Terrell Bonds for you guys to see. That was actually intercepted. That was on Jacoby Brissett. Nice play by Terrell Bonds. Nice play by Terrell Bonds there. Continuing on here. Even more, here's Javarius Davis on a pass breakup off the arm of Jacoby Brissett again. Great coverage there. I believe that was on Allen Hurns. One more time for y'all. Good breakup. Get the hand in there, break it up. Good play there. Good stuff, man. All right, continuing on. Y'all already know I'm saving all the Tua stuff, even the interception, for the end here. So, all right. Continuing on. Here is Isaiah Ford getting behind Noah Benogany and Jacoby Brissett finding him for a huge gain. One more time. Nice ball. He had to stretch out because it's a little overthrown, but it was a nice ball. Noah Benogany's out here getting a little rotisserie. Got to feel sorry for the kid. Overdrafted. Told y'all from the moment it happened. All right. Here is a pass breakup by Trill Williams. Nice throw. Big pass breakup. Let's see it one more time for y'all. Big pass breakup. Good job by Trill there. Love that kid. Such a steal that we got him where we did. I thought that kid, I can't believe he went undrafted, let alone we get him like at the point that we did. Like unbelievable. Okay, let me just make sure. Here is a pass breakup by Nick Needham on a throw by Tua Tagovailoa on Jalen Waddle. Good play by Nick Needham, who's had a very, very strong camp. Good play by Nick Needham. Very strong camp by this guy. So he's making plays even when they put him in the slot. Love to see it, right? All right. Here is the interception on the overthrow to Albert Wilson that Javon Holland snagged down for y'all to see. I mean, it was thrown right in his bucket. I hope you make that interception. Two on the move, overthrows it. To his first interception in what, 5 or 6 practices? Not bad, huh? All right. Let's keep it rolling here. Here is Tua to Albert Wilson for 6 points, baby. On that curl route. Let's go. On the move, Tua Tagovailoa, back across the body. What a throw by QB1, baby. Woo! Dime City, baby. Dime City. All right. Here is an absolute beauty I'm about to show you guys. Like, perfect touch to Isaiah Ford over McCourty. I mean, like, absolutely beautiful throw I'm about to show you right now. Here's Tua. Perfect touch. Absolute dime to Isaiah Ford over Jason McCourty. Absolute beautiful throw I'm about to show you. Ooh! Oh my God. Oh, one more time because it's just so beautiful. Oh. 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 Like, absolute dime of a throw, man. Like, you absolutely love to see it, baby. I mean, God, one more time, just because it's such a beautiful thing, man. I mean, good God. Like, what a throw. Like, what a throw. Oh, my God. Poetry in motion. Like, jeez Louise. I'm saying right now, that boy Tua, And me and Clump, before I keep going here, me and Clump were talking about this today. Not enough people are paying attention. I've shown the highlights for some of them. We've talked about them up here. Not enough people are talking about Tua's ability in these one-on-ones, throwing to the back corner and completing these passes. Tua, that's how you're going to score touchdowns in the NFL in the red zone. And Tua's accuracy and ball placement on those corner routes to the back end of the end zone near the pylon has been absolutely a thing of beauty since training camp opened up. And not enough people are talking about that. Those are big time hard throws to consistently make. And Tua is feasting on one-on-ones because that's what's going to happen. You're going to have Logan, the Brissett touchdown to Hearns. They didn't release the video clip of it. People are going to absolutely, you're going to get one-on-ones in the back of the end zone. And Tua to make those throws consistently and accurately is absolutely beautiful stuff. I'm telling you right now, watch out. And he's been killing the one-on-one drills because that's what's going to happen in the end zone in the condensed field. You're going to get a lot of one-on-one matchups in the end zone, and Tua's been nailing them. I showed. You're talking about the throw, Logan. Are you talking about the throw where he beat Igbenogany? Because I showed that, bro. So, people are going to have to really keep paying attention to that. Yeah, I already showed that, Logan. The throw where he beat Igbenogany, I showed that. So where Hearns beat Igbenogany, I showed that. Where he reached out and made the catch. So yeah, I already showed that throw. So I'm telling you right now, Tua's ball placement in the back of the end zone is fantastic. Absolutely fantastic, bro. So, all right, let's keep it rolling before I open it up to you guys. Let's keep it rolling. I wanted to show. Okay, before we get into the Watson, let's get into the Watson thing because we'll just keep it Dolphins for right now. All right, so an article came out around 2:30 a.m. Eastern on Pro Football Talk, okay? And it's titled, Panthers are quietly keeping an eye on Deshaun Watson. There's something I want to read to you here. The Texans want to trade quarterback Deshaun Watson. For now, however, they have gotten an offer. They haven't gotten an offer they're willing to accept. The number of teams interested in Watson remains unclear. The Eagles definitely are. The Dolphins aren't believed to be. The Broncos seem to be willing to ride with Drew Lock and Teddy Bridgewater for 2021 and continue to explore their options for 2022 when 2022 comes. But here's the thing. The number of teams interested in Watson remains unclear. The Eagles are. The Dolphins aren't believed to be. So, me and EM have talked about multiple times about this. This is all about Tua Tagovailoa. Tua controls his own destiny. Tua controls the narrative. They've got their hands on him on training camp, which me and EM said you got to do before you pull the trigger on this. And it looks like from what they're seeing with Tua right now, and again, I talk about this a little bit on the Patreon. It's a little bit of a connection there with the Howard thing going on. Tua has apparently taken the Houston Texans off of speed dial in the Miami front office right now. So right now, Pro Football Talk is reporting that the Dolphins aren't believed to be interested in Deshaun Watson. Now, this could be a combination of what I reported to you, then what a couple weeks later Adam Beasley then reported to you guys, but I was the first on it, that Stephen Ross, even though Flores and Greer were monitoring the situation, Stephen Ross was now not willing to sign off on a Watson trade after the allegations hit. It could be a combination. I'm going to check into my people tonight, tomorrow, and I'll get more on it. And it could be a combination of that as well as Tua's play. But I truly believe if Tua had come out and they weren't seeing an improvement, they weren't seeing the lively arm, they weren't seeing the anticipation and the accuracy and the ball placement, they weren't seeing all the things that made Tua shine in Tuscaloosa, I believe that this quote would be a little bit different. We might even not be involved. But I truly believe Tua's play right now is taking us out of the Watson talks. So, thank God. Thank Christ. I'm so happy right now. This is beautiful, beautiful stuff. But you got to believe what they've seen from Tua over the last week is making it a lot easier for them to say, you know what, we're not taking on that contract. We don't want that contract. We can do more with a rookie with tremendous upside like Tua Tagovailoa on a cheap rookie contract. So, thank God something is dying right now. And here's the thing. Let's say Watson doesn't get traded this year, but he gets put on the sideline. If Tua has the year we're all expecting him to be, and then everything gets cleared up for Watson, he's made available, let's say, don't expect to even hear murmurs of us involved with Watson if Tua balls out this year like we expect him to. So, this is for all of y'all right now. Right now, the Dolphins are not believed to be having a great, we're not believed to be in on Watson right now. So I absolutely love it. Tua baby. So there is your Deshaun Watson update. Thank good God Almighty, we seem to be out on Deshaun Watson. All right. Now, let's continue going here for a sec. I want to talk about Chan Gailey. As we know, Eric Rowe threw Chan Gailey under the bus not too long ago, just a couple days ago, in his media availability. He's talking about the condensed playbook, talking about how they weren't letting Tua throw deep, et cetera, et cetera. Everything we've been telling you. Jordan Howard today had some words for former Dolphins Chan Gailey. And I quote, "Last year I went to Miami and the offensive coordinator told me I really didn't fit the offense." So now Chan Gailey is getting the work from former players. I absolutely love it. It just continues and it plays off of what I've been telling y'all about Gailey, what I told y'all when Fitz was in and people were pushing back. So there you go. Now you got former players, not only Eric Rowe, a current player, but former players throwing Chan Gailey under the bus. And thank God, I hope he stays in his retirement home, doped up on NyQuil. So goodbye, Chan Gailey. I hope I never, ever see you ever again. All right. Now, a little non-Dolphin tidbit before I open it up to you guys. I'm going to drop the link so you guys can start piling up in the back if you want. This is what I call the keep that same energy segment of tonight's show. And you're asking the reason. What do you mean keep that same energy? Who are you talking to? I'm talking to all you Tua haters that wanted to knock him, wanted to call him a bust, wanted to say we needed to move off of him after 9 games. Well, Joe Burrow from The Athletic. It's just not good right now. Throws that felt like layups last year are dropping harmlessly away from receivers or easily broken up by multiple defenders. There might be a multitude of reasons for the struggles, but this has been ugly. At one point, pressure pushed into his face and Burrow lifted his leg into the air almost to avoid any accident with the close pocket. It makes you wonder if the knee is still in his head, but that's strictly guesswork. The bottom line is there's no way to say his play looks comfortable at this point, and this isn't at all what you have seen from Burrow, even in the early camp moments of last season. Nobody is saying it won't turn around. In fact, it's almost certainly it will soon. But if we are looking at Tuesday, we are looking at a quarterback who went 5 of 12 with one completion longer than 10 yards against a rush trained not to get him. Okay, and this is my breakdown of this for a sec. Tua Tagovailoa dealt with a fractured hip and a posterior wall fracture. A much more devastating injury than tearing your ACL and your MCL, etc. And no one wanted to cut the kid slack. You had people out here trying to say he was 100% last year. I don't know what they were smoking, the good, but they're off the rocker saying that. And now you got Joe Burrow. It's in camp, and the signs are there that this isn't going to be a good season. Now, I've been on record as saying, from what I've heard, he's only about 80, 85%. I think he's rushing himself too far back too far too quickly. And look at what you have going on right now. I know for a fact, yesterday he underthrew Jamar Chase. Then he came back and hit Jamar Chase in stride, and Jamar Chase dropped it. Jamar Chase hasn't had a very good camp, so I'm going to be right on that evaluation. It's only a matter of time. Mark my words, Devontae Smith, Jalen Waddle, and Rashad Bateman will all be better than Jamar Chase, because I don't know if you saw, but Rashad Bateman was out there making balling plays today in camp. Apparently, he's been the best offensive player in camp. Wonder who called that one. Anyways, back to this for a sec. All of you that wanted to say we needed to take Herbert or Joe Burrow, Tua's a bust, blah, 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 blah. Keep that same energy, and this is to all you Tua haters in the media, keep that same exact energy when Joe Burrow goes out there this season and falls flat on his face. That's all I'm going to say to you. All right? Just saying. Rant done. Rant over. Jabronis. Florida born. What's going on, buddy?
What is going on, bro? It is horrible, but this is white privilege at its finest with this Burrow crap. And when he comes out and falls on his face, and they give him every excuse in the fucking book, but they wanted to be so critical of Tua in his rookie season. This isn't Burrow's rookie season. The fact that they're saying, oh, he's going to bring it back, it baffles me, bro. And Tua still isn't getting the full respect, and him coming out every day getting better. Every time I come on here and listen to you, all I hear from the reports, this is Tua's best day. And then the next day, this is Tua's best day.
Yeah.
Man still ain't getting the respect. And here's Burrow looking like crap.
Yep. Logan, what's going on, buddy? Logan 15, because we got the other Logan back.
Yeah. What's going on, man? Yeah, I was reading those reports about the Burrow thing, man. They were like giving him all these excuses, and it's pretty crazy. They can't give our guy the same kind of love. So it's definitely an issue.
Yeah, you know what the people are gonna say for him? It's context for Burrow. It was excuses for Tua.
Oh my God,
unbelievable. Dylan, what's going on, buddy?
What's going on, man? The only thing I really got to say about that is his logical consistency, man. Just be logically consistent. Don't have one standard for one person, one standard for another.
Yep. Agreed. Little Logan, what's up, buddy?
What's up? Can you hear me better today?
Yeah, I can hear you. No feedback.
There you go.
Yeah, I'm 100% with you. Keep that same energy. It's like Tua with a worse injury. They're gonna call it excuses, and Burrow just tore his ACL. Yeah, that's bad, but like Tua's injury was worse, and they're gonna give him a pass. And I just think it's a little unfair, but yeah.
Yep. Ice Taylor, what's going on, dude? You're muted.
What's good? What's good?
What's up, man?
Not much.
So, guys, second day of pads on. They go a little pass heavy, and Tua comes out here and balls. And you had people trying to come out here yesterday and say Tua had a bad day when he barely threw the ball. So
It's the dumbest thing. How could
I mean-
literally? How could you expect him to do anything when he hands the ball off? Like it's not his day. They're practicing run plays. Like what are you talking about?
I agree, man.
Damn sense.
It's laughable.
Logan, you were at practice. Little Logan, you were at practice today, right?
Yeah, I had a good day.
So give me a rundown of what you saw today.
Overall, it was a great day for the offense and defense. What I saw, it was, yeah, you said it earlier, and I saw it. They bring in blitz packages on Tua. He didn't feel as comfortable as the pocket as Brissett did, but he was making really nice throws tonight, and it was a really good day.
How did Larnell Coleman look?
Coleman, I saw a little bit of him. He didn't look as bad. I mean, the O-line played way better than they did today for sure.
Red comment. Go ahead.
Oh, just sorry, I was talking.
Go ahead, Logan. Hold on a sec. Go ahead, Logan.
Oh, by the way, when I was talking in the comments, I said Brissett had 2 deep touchdowns. I think it was one to Ford and one to Hearns. I think I posted a video of on your Twitter, commenting on your latest tweet of the other one. I don't think because I saw it.
Let me see. Red comment. What's going on, buddy? And by the way, Darius Gilmore, $4.99. Keep that same energy. Fins up from Arizona. Appreciate you.
I am
dude.
so glad that we're done with this Watson talk now.
So am I, bro. I never have to talk about his name again. Like, thank God.
Hopefully.
Praise the Lord.
That's gonna be your mantra. Reason
What?
we need to get shirts. Keep that same energy, bro.
I like that.
Logically consistent, man. You just gotta be like, yeah.
I like that.
Good call. I forgot to show that one. That was earlier today. Yeah, I forgot to show that one. What's going on, Martin? What are you doing?
Not much, fellas. What's up, fellas? Fins up, man.
Chilling.
Another solid performance by our guy. I actually kind of anticipated him to do a little better today, be a lot sharper today. Not so much because it was better weather, but more so because he just has a habit of, if he doesn't do as well as he believes he should, Tua just has this knack for just being like super razor sharp the following time he has to come up and bat. You know, and if we're gonna be serious about like again track record, if you remember his first start, people were talking that was it. That was the iffy debut. It was defense and special teams that helped him. He comes back the next week, has arguably the best game of the season against Arizona, and then obviously when he got sat down against the Denver Broncos because lackluster performance, he sits out against the Jets, comes back against the Bengals, and has another just awesome sharp day. Like Tua has a habit of rebounding. Like anytime he kind of comes up short for certain expectations. So, bro, we got something, man. Let me tell you.
Yeah, but this is what I said today, Martin.
Mm-hmm.
The most impressive thing I think is, and this is why I think we're witnessing him arrive right in front of us, is the fact that every day he's passing the ball, minus yesterday where it's run heavy. What's the recurring theme? Oh, this was his best day of practice.
Yep.
Oh no, this was his best day of practice. When you see that and the constant growth and development is happening day by day, this is, I haven't been this excited about a quarterback. I mean, this is even when he was injured or not fully 100%, let's say, since Marino, obviously, right? And when you see this now, like, this is something people need to be really putting some stock in, because there's credible people out there, credible, legitimate people of the media that follow the Dolphins saying, yes, this is his best day. Yes, this is like, you know what I mean? Like, and they're the ones that are changing the narrative. And just for everyone, here's the Allen Hearns bomb from Brissett. I forgot to download it and show you guys. So here you go. It's laggy when I bring you guys up here. I'll play it one more. We'll play it one more time.
Well, boy, is Igbo getting toasted every day?
I know.
I
Right?
know.
No surprise there.
Here's one more. One more.
Yeah.
I'm only surprised that they're allowing him to get toasted like that, man. Like,
well, I mean, he's like dropping down the ladder, so he's got to practice somewhere. Like, it's not like he can go to fourth string.
but what I mean by that is, if you have guys like Xavier Howard, Byron Jones, even Nick Needham is displaying a propensity to be like a gnat, you know. But I'm just saying, coverage wise, like these guys are like really good at their techniques. When you have all of that in your cornerback room, why is it so difficult for a defensive back coach like Brian Flores to just really, you know, extend that extra, you know, like motivation for their kid? Because right now, Noah, you talk about who's having the best camp. Noah might be having the worst camp. You know, when it comes to all this stuff we're seeing on these film sessions, bro. Like,
it's gotta be fucking with his head. That's gotta be fucking with his head, man.
He might be the youngest guy.
He never should have been drafted though where he was. That's really the biggest issue if you really think about it. Because if let's say he was taken in the 3rd round or 4th round or something like that, we wouldn't be having this conversation.
Okay,
right?
but
or at least not on the same level. It would be like, okay, he's working with the 3rd team because he's a project player.
But
he was taken in the 3rd round.
But even though he was overdrafted, I mean,
I got some exclusive
breaking news.
Some exclusive content for all of y'all. You're not allowed to record on practice, obviously, but I think this is the Gaskin throw. Logan was there today, so he'll be able to tell me.
I think I've seen this.
I think I saw it too. Somebody posted it.
Someone tagged me in it.
Or on IG. Yeah.
Someone tagged me in it. So I'm gonna show this one here too.
Yeah, the running game was nice.
I had a heart attack for a second, by the way.
Well, I mean, what news are we expecting?
I don't know. Howard
X gets his money.
Yeah, I don't think it's happening anytime soon, unless Igbo keeps playing the way he's playing. All right, so here's the Gaskin throw up the sideline. I'm gonna remove you guys to see if it doesn't lag, and I'll bring you guys right back in.
All right. Mm-hmm.
Just because the lag is ridiculous with all you guys up here. So let's show this to people. All right, guys, here is the Gaskin throw up the sideline. Shout out to whoever went out of their way and tagged me in this. Love it. Bro, what a dime. Look at Gaskin beats McKinney, and then Tua lofts it in right before the safety help comes over. Look at this throw. Woo! What a throw by Tua Tagovailoa, man. God damn. One more time before I bring everyone up. Woo! Man, what a throw. What a throw by Tua Tagovailoa, man. God diggity damn. All right, EM, I'll send you. I think everyone's saying EM wants up here, so I'll send you the link, bro. Okay, I'm gonna bring everyone back in.
Mm-hmm.
Bro, what a throw, huh?
Oh, most definitely. And to be fair, I believe in like a game situation, that safety will take one of those cheap shots, and that'll easily be like on a spot foul. You know, yeah, it would be. But that was the perfect read, perfect throw.
Your boy's got his ball placement down.
I mean, like I said yesterday, I mean he's doing everything he needs to. He's not my concern.
Yeah, I just want to say
he's not my concern.
When I saw that play live, I was like, wow, that was a dime. And first of all, the stand was going crazy when that happened. I was like, oh my god, yeah, it was crazy.
Tua's gotta be hyped, bro. He's gotta be hyped with all the fans.
I didn't really tell who that was who caught it down the sideline. I thought it was a receiver. Yeah, and then I saw Gaskin. I heard it was Gaskin later on. I was like, that was a great throw, great play. The wheel route.
How come nobody else on YouTube today wants to talk about how great everything
They
was?
can't do it. They can't do it.
Who cares? Who cares? Who cares? Leave it alone.
But you know what? But you know what?
Man.
The
like
deep throws.
But
I don't
we're not.
get to
We're
hear
not.
this stuff. You know.
But we're not on their show. Like, I get it. It's frustrating and annoying. But I mean, just it is what it is, man. People are gonna talk shit all day, every day. You know. I mean, he ended the segment. Reason did with keep that same energy. So they're gonna keep their same energy. We're gonna keep our same energy. It is what it is.
I love it.
Did anybody see what Colin Cowherd had to say about Tua?
No, I heard somebody in the comments talking about it.
I'm not even gonna play that junk. He basically said, he said, don't buy into the training camp hype up Tua.
Oh my god.
Oh, I heard
Colin Coward's nuts. EM, what's happening, Doc?
I was talking to Nick Hicks about
what's good, homie? What's going on, man?
Bro, how beautiful was that throw to Gaskin, bro?
Dime.
Let me take a deep breath. Hang on. I have to gather myself. Hang on.
Woosah.
Okay. Okay. The throw was very nice, man. No, but seriously, bro, I'm telling you, I have to really, get a hold of myself hearing all this positive news about Tua coming out, starting last week, and to see him now with pads on and see him getting incrementally better every single day. Hey, I just saw a reason I'm gonna send it to you. And I saw a report. It came out today on CBS, and this guy, I remember him like during the pre-draft. I forget his name, and but
is it the light-skinned guy with glasses?
No, it's a bald-headed white. It's a bald-headed white dude.
Okay.
And I remember him pre-draft 2020, and let's just say he wasn't the biggest Tua supporter, But anyway. So he was at training camp today, and he was at training camp right around the same time this time last year. And they interviewed him today, and he said that Tua looks physically, he looks like a different player than what he saw last year. And he said now, obviously Tua has to go out, it has to translate to the field, but he said most of the things that he was concerned about with Tua, his game translating to the NFL level last year. Well, he said from what he saw today, and I think he's been there multiple times. Is
it this guy Pete Crisco of CBS Sports?
I don't know his name, bro. He's an older gentleman, older white guy, bald. But he was one of the not hater, but he just wasn't. He was a Joe Burrow guy. He said physically he looks like a different player.
That's so huge, man. That's so huge.
Pete,
that's why he shouldn't have been in last year.
Was it this guy, EM? And was it here? His name's Pete Prisco, I think. Was it this guy? I'll show you a picture of him.
Buddy called him Prisco.
This guy, Pete Prisco. This guy.
Yeah, looked like him.
It looks. I don't think that's him though. No, it's not him.
Different bald white guy.
Let me see if I can hang on. Let me look it up on my computer. I was just looking. I just saw it like maybe an hour ago.
Everyone in the comments is saying it's Pete Prisco.
And
he's saying, and Rhino's saying he's a Jets fan.
Let me see. Hang on.
No bias.
Look at all the haters are like you hear that? You hear that?
What's that?
You hear the shuffling on the ground right now? That's all the haters backpedaling, bro.
You heard the new Tua slander now, right? Is they're just hyping him up for trade value?
Oh man.
Well,
you know what the best thing is, Logan? This is what it's gone from.
Damn, I can't
he's got to show us something in training camp. Start showing it in training camp. Oh, we gotta wait till the pads get on. He balls out today. Oh, well, we got to wait to see what he does in a regular game situation. And then, once he balls out in a regular, the preseason get limited snaps, right? And then once you see him ball out in a game, you know what the new one's going to be? Oh, well, he doesn't
got
have
weapons.
he doesn't have the postseason resume. And then when he wins a playoff game, it's gonna be it's gonna be what Logan said. Oh, well, they had to go out and get all these weapons.
You're right. Yeah,
that's exactly. Right. I'm literally calling all the steps.
Wow. For Colin Coward. For Colin Coward specifically.
Whatever. Forget what he is. That's goalposts moving. And look, I agree that we have to wait and see how everything plays out into the regular season. But it's not. If the team fails, it's not going to be all because of Tua. Not even close. Likely, if it fails, it's going to be because of the offensive line and maybe the secondary if Howard's not there. So
it's so loud, man.
For me, though, I'll tell you what's the most encouraging thing is the fact that you have not only people that are affiliated with the Dolphins, but also independent sources that are, it seems like all of them, it's a common thread between all of them. They are talking about how different Tua looks physically. And I think at the end of the day, that has been the root issue of the disconnect between Flores and Tua.
I got to say this, EM. There's 491 of you right now in the room. The haters are out on Tua tonight. There's 14 dislikes. Smash that like button right now. And let's push back on the haters because that's what the people are hating on right now is obviously the Watson information that I dropped. And now everyone hating out here on Tua. Smash that like button. There's 488 of you. Let's hit 400. Let's send a message that they can all go shove it up their ass, baby.
Two things, actually, which is the most encouraging. When you sent me that tweet, because I didn't get it initially. I fell asleep. And so when I woke up and checked my notifications, I saw that you had texted me. But two things. And we all know if this might be the most encouraging. The fact that if that tweet is correct and that the Dolphins have has decided to stick with Tua, well, they have to be seeing something tangible that they think can translate, which gives it, that gives them a lot of comfort as far as Tua on Sunday. So that to me, just like there should have been concern about the Dolphins bringing in another moving to Watson and moving off of Tua. Right now, if that's correct, if that information is correct, we should be equally as, hyped and pleased, because that tells me that Flores is seeing something. He's like, okay.
Well, tell everyone what we talked about today. When you've put a thumb on what you figured out, what you think the disconnect between Flores and Tua is. We talked for like an hour today while I took my 7-month-old in the stroller and I ended up 45-minute walk and we talked for the whole walk. But okay, so tell everyone you think I know, sweating my bag off in 100-degree weather. So tell everyone you think you've put your thumb on what the disconnect was between them.
Well, I think it was a physical issue with Tua. I think you go back to if you listen to Omar, if you go back to last year when they saw Tua in camp, what did a direct quote was that he was, well, not a direct quote, but I'm paraphrasing, that he was underwhelmed physically, mobility as well as arm strength. So at the time, we didn't know that Tua was compromised because we hadn't seen him yet. We didn't know he was compromised physically. We just thought, well, okay, well, they gave him a clean bill of health. He's on the field. Tua's,
he's ready to play.
He's healthy. But now, and you go back to, and I've been on the record saying I don't have a problem with the Dolphins entertaining a player like at that level. Me personally, I want elite play at that position. I don't care if it looks like me, Reason, Martin, Tua. It could be my neighbor down the street. I don't care what that looks like. I want elevated to elite play at that position. So with that being said, I think Tua was underwhelming, and we all know now that he was compromised physically. But now I think what's happened, and I said it publicly and privately. I said the smart play for the staff is to wait and get their hands on Tua, because just to see if all that work that Tua had put in physically will translate. I said that publicly and privately. So, but I just didn't think Watson would be. I thought he would be gone by now. I thought he'd be traded by now. But yeah. I think what they're seeing now is okay. Tua is at a different place. He might even be better than what he was pre-injury at Alabama, because I think, Reason, correct me if I'm wrong. If I'm wrong, you said that his trainer said Tua never really worked out, not put in this level of work at Alabama.
Yeah. Correct.
So he could even be a better, more faster, stronger. His arm could be stronger version than what you had pre-injury.
Correct.
You know what I'm saying? So
yeah,
and that could have, and I think that's what's. And I think that.
I mean,
so if the Dolphins, if you believe the reports, if the Dolphins if they have abandoned that possibility, I think what they're seeing, they're like, well, okay, well, shit. Pardon my language, Reason, but I'm sure he's like, shit, bro. We're seeing something different here. We all know. Reason I highlighted as soon as we drafted Tua, the pre-show. You know, we had that show last year on Phinside. Two major concerns about Tua translating immediately, to the NFL: physical, and him getting completely acclimated to the NFL speed. And it appears that he's doing that. And they think, obviously, if they moved off that Watson possibility, they feel that, okay, well, he's got the physical, he's checked that box. Now it's just, we just have to, we're willing to roll with him, and that should be, as a Dolphin fan, should be the most encouraging thing.
It is. It absolutely is.
That's why that was like the main thing I heard you and Ball Game say. It was Tua's job to dead all this Watson talk.
Right.
Come out.
Right.
And that's what he's done.
Yeah. And I've also heard some disturbing details about what Watson has been getting into. Bro.
Oh my God!
Like it is to the level where I'm like, bro, this whole I blame
maybe
Mia
someone else
Khalifa.
does, bro.
I blame Mia Khalifa, bro. I blame Mia Khalifa. If he wasn't hanging out with that lady, I guarantee he would have never asked for most of the stuff that he was asking for, bro.
He was a freaky freak, huh? Porn stars are freaky? What?
That is funny. I never thought about that, bro.
I'm just saying.
Did she turn him out? Mark, did she turn him out, bro?
I think she
turned who out?
Cherry, bro.
Corrupted his mind.
I think Mia corrupted all things holy of the intentions of intercourse. He takes it to the next level, bro. He takes it to the next level, bro. But man,
that is funny.
We dodged one, fellas. We
Hey,
really did.
do you think the Houston Texans are going to have to do a backdoor deal to get the Watson thing done?
I was waiting.
Wow.
I'm like, who's going to say it? Who's going to say it?
Hey, all I know is acquiring Watson is a hole I don't want to go down, bro.
Stop. Please stop.
It's a dirty deed. It's a dirty
deed. Yeah.
Hey, seriously though, whatever he wants to do, that's his whatever.
You're right.
I mean, with a stranger and it's just bizarre stuff, man.
Yeah,
that is fun.
Different strokes for different folks.
Let him do whatever he wants. I'm just glad that it is finally starting to go away, and I hope it stays away, stay far away. Just leave it alone. But and to what you were saying, Em, I mean, obviously, man. First of all, before they didn't have a training camp last year, but going into last year, I mean, it's. I'm not a doctor, but after that kind of injury, I would just think logically, it's going to take a little bit more time to get all the way back than what it.
That's a big word. That's a big word in this community.
Then the amount of I'm sorry, that's a big word.
It is a big word for some people.
But then what the time he had, right? So putting him in whatever it was, week 7 or something like that, right? So and clearly when he did get on the field, he wasn't totally right. So it's if you're, I don't know, just it blows my mind that you would look at him at whatever 60% capacity and say that he's not good when I mean it just I don't know. it blows my mind, man. I can't wrap my head around it because you got to see him when he's fully healthy, and that's why none of the stuff he's doing in camp right now is any bit of a surprise to me. And I've always said, even though I do have some concerns over his longevity for his career because of his health issues, like when he's healthy, he's going to be good to go, man, and he's going to drop those bombs, and so I don't know, it just
and I never, the reason I'm both, bro, from the neck up, the mental aspect of the game, that was never a concern with Tua.
Yeah,
it's just coming off that injury, and then where he would be physically. Because see, once his health, he gets, he checks that box, and once he gets acclimated to NFL speed, we both said that we were consistent about his natural ability will start to take over, and that's generally what happens with any great player. You know what I'm saying? So Tua, all that work appears to have paid off. Now again, it has to translate to Sundays, but.
He just seems like a different person.
Confident, bro.
He's injured.
Not even just the injury.
Just the way he approaches the media. He just seems a different.
Absolutely. He looks. He. It's like his chest is always poked out now. Mm-hmm. Last year he looked slumped down. It was like when they were interviewing him, he didn't really want to be there. Now he's like, he's his chest is out, and
even on the Olympic
presence. Yep. He has a command presence about him.
And you seen the Olympic cam that all the players are going up to, saying what they would do if they would have made the Olympics and stuff like that. Like Tua was walking up to the camera like, I'm like beating on the chest. I'm number one. You know what I mean? Like I would have been I'm the best golfer on this team.
Yeah, I saw that video today.
I didn't see that.
It's the one where he talked about playing golf at the Olympics.
Yeah. Like even that right there, bro. Like the confidence is oozing out of Tua right now.
Yeah, he's
to where guys are responding to him, man. I'm like, this is getting real, fellas.
Well, someone said he's getting cocky. I say we need more of that.
Right.
Yeah, I'm serious, bro. I want that from him because he's freaking good.
He looks to be on all, again, it has to translate to Sunday, but on all levels, he just looks like a different guy. And he's confident
that way.
He's confident, not only like we just highlight off the field, but on the field. To look at the level of aggression, the throws that he's making that he wouldn't even, because he wouldn't do that consistently last year. And that's confident. I think he has confidence in his body again.
Yes.
And I think that's where he is.
Could it be? Could it be literally last year in his inner voice and conversation? He's thinking, "Am I going to be able to do this?"
Yeah,
I mean, seriously.
Absolutely. Wow. Absolutely. I mean, I think that goes without question. Like, and that's why he shouldn't have been put in. It's not his fault. It is not his fault. He should not have been put in. Like, he shouldn't have. He should not have played last year.
But I also think it's because now he's got an OC and a playbook that is built for him. Instead of having Gailey, now we have all these other players coming out saying everything that we was already saying about Gailey. He had to be frustrated going in, knowing that this play isn't going to work, but still running with it. So now he's got OCs. I'm sorry, Rhino. OCs that trust him, and he's agreeing with whatever play they're calling.
And he appears to have. He appears to be in total command. You know what I mean? It's like like to hear Omar to hear him talk about the command that he has. She was floored, blown away that he this soon. At this stage of his career, he's got this level of command, and he said, it's impressive to see. So again, the mental aspect.
Tannehill year 5 is what he can.
Yeah. Right? So mental aspect, the mental, was never an issue with Tua Tagovailoa. So yeah, bro, I think. Listen.
That's why literally it was.
Shout out to Steve in the comments. He says Mac will be good at backing up 2 in a few years from now. I can see Mac on the sideline after he gets a couple hits in the head at the NFL level. Hey, Tua, you want your hey, Tua?
Was that a true statement by him that he's good at being yelled at? Is that seriously what he said?
Apparently a trainer said that he's good at being yelled at.
Okay.
Dude, he threw like back-to-back interceptions in a recent practice.
Really? Did you see Tua's was mic'd up today?
Yeah. Good.
I'd love to see the unedited version.
Man,
wow. Bro, the Tuesday can't get here fast enough, bro.
I know, bro.
We
I was
went
just
from-
getting ready to say that reason.
we went from,
to say that.
We went from like
Oh, my
drooling
God.
over training camp to now it's like, okay, we've seen a week of training camp. Let's get some live action going here. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Dude, I've been there since before training camp started.
Oh, there you go. That was today that Mac threw back-to-back. He threw back-to-back interceptions right after Newton threw an interception.
Oh, my
there you
gosh.
go.
Gosh.
Yeah.
Come on, Nick. Come on, Nick. I need that
know,
extra.
right?
I need extra line.
I was
Xavier Howard and
Let's go
Byron
week
Jones.
one.
Xavier Howard and Byron Jones can be the top receivers in week one. For the
I
Wow.
was trying
That's
to get
funny.
X's attention.
Well,
he
maybe
was
not
literally
Byron,
like
but-
20 feet in front of me. I was like, he was so close to me. I was trying to get his attention. He
Howard.
just, yeah.
Lift up your shirt next time, Logan.
Bro, he didn't. Bro. No. Hey, if he turns around, we got a problem. Next, bro. You know,
Put it to the test.
but yo, bro, when everyone was chanting, "We want Howard, we want Howard," he
Man.
didn't even turn around, bro. He just smiled
Right.
with the players. He didn't
Also,
even
I
turn around.
saw today, well, like other players were doing drills and stuff. Byron was just talking with X, like on the separate, like in a different spot on the field, just alone, just talking to each other. I noticed that.
He's like, yo, you seen this? You know what he said to him? He said, yo, you see this Noah kid out there? You want some of my money to come back?
That's what I was thinking, bro.
They don't want to trade. They do not want to trade this
No.
guy now, bro. They
No.
don't. It's clear.
I hope
It's
with
evident.
flow, I hope a flow means that it's going in the right direction. I hope it means like seriously it is.
And I told
Tell you
you,
what,
listen.
I told you
Can't-
privately,
Howard.
Yam. I told you privately, Yam, and I put it on the Patreon, and I've actually got 3 new Patreons. Shout out to my new Patreons since I dropped that inside info on the Patreon. Shout out to Nelson and Troy and Ernesto. That inside info I told you, bro, about what the Dolphins are demanding. They know they're not going to get that right now. Bro.
Yeah.
Like they're doing that to purposely try and like stave off teams.
Can't- Don't you think Stephen Ross could find a way to somehow get that $4 million through some back channels to Xavier Howard? You think? You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
They're making him
make
sweat.
it-
Ian. They're making him sweat, bro. I don't know
There's
who
a
said
guy
it.
named Jakeem Grant who's making about $4 million
Yeah.
right now.
Well, they went from
Find some way.
Rhino. They went from trying to make Xavier sweat to Noah's making them sweat right
Man,
now.
no
Yeah.
Facts.
Man, what is? I tell you, Noah cannot get off that grill, bro. He. Oh
It's-
my
it's
God,
tough. It's tough right now.
man.
Tough living, man.
But you know
is
what?
going on there?
Reason kind of called it, and I was thinking the same thing last night. Maybe he belongs at safety, man.
I don't know.
I mean, that's a
don't
good.
understand.
I mean, but if that's the case, I mean, first of all, you drafted him in the first round to be a corner, but also, I mean, you drafted Javon Holland, you drafted Brandon Jones, you brought in all these guys. I mean, so now all of a sudden, go for it, I guess, whatever.
I mean, hell, we moved our tackle to guard.
I'm gonna be livid. I'm gonna be livid. Okay, but you see Needham making plays all over the field right now.
Man.
But I'm gonna be livid if the Dolphins, they had their replacement on the roster the whole time in Nick Needham, right? That they went out and wasted an additional first round pick.
Which means you said they did.
And they went out and blew another first round pick on Noah. But if they don't get anything out of him, I'm gonna be absolutely livid. I'm telling you.
And then
They had him on the roster the whole time.
And me and you were telling everyone from October 2019, Antoine Winfield, safety 1.
Yep.
Absolutely.
And I was hard on that train. Jonathan Taylor, running back 1.
Yep.
Absolutely.
And they could have taken. Do you know what's crazy? They could have taken. Check this one out. They could have taken Winfield, turned around at 36, taken Tevin Jenkins, still traded up and got Liam Eichenberg to play left guard. Or taking Creed Humphrey at 50.
Yeah.
And
they could have taken what's his name? Eichenberg at left guard, and then came around, took Miners to center.
Yeah, mine was there too.
And where's Noah on the depth chart? I mean, okay, we know he's not in the top 3. I'm sure Justin Coleman is outperforming him. So
everyone is.
Coleman's slot though, right?
A pleasant surprise has been Perry, bro.
Bro, it sounds like
my goodness.
It sounds like he's corner. He's behind X. He's behind Cordy. He's behind X. He's behind Byron. He's behind X. He's behind.
He's practice squad.
Williams is looking better than him. And
true.
Everybody.
Yeah, that's true. True. Williams is looking. I agree with that. Logan's right.
Yeah, I saw Williams was great today. He was the first one on the field. Like before,
and they did Trill dirty and gave him number 51.
That's a Patriot thing, though.
Yeah, they gave him the Mac Jones number. They gave Mac Jones. Is Mac Jones 50 or 51?
Yeah,
51 or 50. My fault. But 51 was dating back to the Patriots days, talking about you have to play like Mike Vrabel, number 50, or Gerard Mayo, number 51, as far as leadership.
Forever.
Man, yeah. It's more so of a leadership thing than.
And what's crazy is, boys, you can't even cut Noah. Because you invested so highly in the kid, bro.
Yep.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, you could. It just would be so bad.
They're gonna have to
convert him. But I'll tell you what though, for our defense to still be this good this early without Xavier Howard and without without Jalen Phillips, bro,
ABG
and ABG, bro. I'm telling you right now, from week 1 all the way through a playoff run to week 18. We might have a top 3 defense from start to finish, bro.
There's no doubt. There's no. If Xavier Howard comes back, bro, there's no doubt in my mind.
Now people are seeing why me and you were saying this is not a top 10 defense without Xavier Howard, bro.
Exactly.
Yep.
And all you people that want to minimize this man's contribution and say, "Oh, ball game." Oh, we can, the impact will be minimal. Well, it won't be that big of a drop off. Man, get out of here, bro. Come on, man.
Yeah, I'm in that corner. I'm in that corner a little bit.
I'll do respect. I'll do respect.
You better come out of that. You better come out of that corner because that has a Chilean corner spider sitting right in it, ready to bite you, bro.
Yeah, what I agree with you guys is in the playoffs, it's undeniable. Those 2 cornerbacks in the in playoffs.
Wow.
Whoa.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Look, I hope they do have a top 10, top 5 defense, but I'll see, or I'll believe it when I see it.
If you have X back and the run defense improves,
this
can be top 5 defense.
It could be,
bro.
yeah.
Yeah.
They gotta have X in there, and theoretically, I think it looks like the run defense should take a step forward. They got to have X in there, man.
Butler, Jenkins.
They don't have X in there.
What if
Tyler? I can't believe it's going to be a top 10.
What if Needham turns out? What if Needham turns out to be our version of J.C. Jackson? J.C. Jackson was an undrafted player as well at New England. Mm-hmm. What if Needham turns out to be?
Let me see it.
He reaches that level of play.
I think he's going to be good or really good. I just don't see the ball production.
Yeah, let me see it.
That's the only
like multiple interceptions. Yeah.
Well, yeah, Jay.
He had 9. He had 9.
Well, since 2018, Xavier Howard leads with 22. J.C.
Jackson was right there, right?
With 18.
But that's another one. Look at Wilkins now. Him on the second teams. That's.
But
Zach Tyler,
Tyler, bro. Tyler's a real deal.
Another guy, another set. Just like Needham. Needham's undrafted. Siler, a 7th round waiver wire pickup out here making Christian Wilkins, a 13th overall pick, work with the second team, bro.
Living in the trailer.
I remember when we highlighted the reason I talked about privately.
That man's hungry.
When we trailer trash.
Go ahead, GM.
You remember when we were back on TD's platform, bro? When we got Zach Tyler, and we were highlighting, man, this kid could be something, because I remember the draft process. I mean, he had a very good pro day, and I think what dinged him in terms of his draft status is he's a small school guy. Correct. But when they got him from off the practice squad in Baltimore, I mean, we both of us were like, I think we could potentially have something here. And look at what, and I mean, he, as soon as he got here, started making, I think we got him the week before, and he started, I think he started the week after. I think he was here a week before he even started. He was only here, he was only here a week.
Yeah, I've been meaning to ask you, do you know who this person is, EM Baller? Because I've been wondering if they're connected to you, bro.
No, I've seen him around.
He's trying to be the ball. He's trying to be the baller version of you, bro. He says $4.99. Chill, y'all. He's 21, still raw. Give him time. Top 10 defense without X. I don't know about that. Top 5 with them. Run D is much improved. Need him, not the athlete or ball hawk. JC is okay. Let's give a brief preview of what we want to talk about. EM. Okay, this is why me and you believe they're not a top 10 defense without Xavier Howard. We'll give them a little taste of what we got cooking up. You can't blitz. You can't have the exotic blitz packages that you want to have with Xavier Howard. If you end up
from a run standpoint or pass standpoint, because people think when teams bring pressure, they're only bring pressure in the passing game. But there's something called run blitzes as well. So if you don't have the presence of Xavier Howard or a competent corner on the boundaries, that significantly compromises that approach. So
Howard Island,
I agree 100%.
Yeah, the other thing too is the pressure that'll be on a safety. It's going to be a lot, even with Needham or McCourty out there, it's going to be a lot easier of a job for Javon Holland if Xavier Howard's on the boundary. I mean, this is why McCain had such an uptick last year, is because both sides you had, Byron Jones is a top 15 guy, Xavier Howard top 2, top 3 guy. I think only Jalen Ramsey's better than him. Okay, that alleviates a lot of stress for a guy like Javon Holland and last year Bobby McCain, because you don't have to worry about the assignments on the corner. They know what they're doing. They don't even need to hear communication from you very much. And yet, if you have even a Needham out there who's not on the level of an X, or even a Jason McCourty who's not on the level of an X, it's a little bit it's a little bit more of a concern because of the drop off in talent on there for the safety that's back there. Correct, EM?
Oh, absolutely. And also, Brian Flores his a formation of choice is that single high shell, and what that does is it gives you the opportunity to keep that eighth man consistently down around the line of scrimmage, right? So if you're compromised, I'll say that again, if you're compromised from that standpoint, well, you can't consistently play that single high shell. You have to bring a safety over, what side of the formation that you're compromised in. So you go from having 8 in the box consistently to 7. And if you're compromised, if you can't handle the run with 7 in the box, you got major issues. So hopefully, and I think we will be with the addition of Bernard McKinney, with Adam Butler, with John Jenkins, the emergence of Raekwon Davis, Christian Wilkins hopefully takes another step, as well as Zach Sealer. The Dolphins won't be as compromised as they have been in the past, because I think I'm comfortable they could pretty much handle, probably 75% of the NFL rushing offenses with 7 in the box. I think now we can, but still, that even with that being said, that's what that's the approach Brian Flores. That's ingrained in his DNA. He loves that single high shell, and so I just think if you have a compromised player on the boundary, Noah or whoever's out there, and they're not where they need to be, as far as their development, it just compromises everything you want to do. And I understand how coaches can improvise and implement different things to overcompensate for what you don't have. But what coach wants to be in that situation?
No, especially Flo. He doesn't want to be
right.
No coach wants to be in a situation where you have to mix and match and overcome. No coach wants to do that. Lining up with your philosophy on a week-to-week basis is hard enough. Why would you want to make your job even that much more harder?
Right.
So no, Xavier Howard, no. You sign him, you bring him back. This defense, for the most part, is built around him. No, you have to have him in-house, in my opinion.
And another thing, too, is instead of shading, rolling coverage over to Byron's side, now you got to do it to the opposite side, right?
And have we seen Byron Jones in a situation when he's on the island?
not
We
in
don't
a
know what kind of player
predominantly
he's going to be.
not in a predominantly press man defense, right?
Exactly.
I will say this,
we don't know. We don't know that. We don't know if he's going to be able to excel in that. Byron Jones had help.
He hasn't done
So
it yet.
we don't know. So people saying, well,
in Dallas,
Byron can do that. Well, we don't know that.
And in Dallas, it was a zone and man. It wasn't like a very press man, a dominant scheme, right? And then you're going to get into a situation where if you got like a Noah on the other side, you're going to have to start asking Byron to travel a little bit because you're not going to want like Stephon. We already saw how Stephon Diggs went against Noah. You're not going to want to go that route again. You're going to want to ask Byron to travel now, which he didn't do last year for us, right?
And he shouldn't do it. He shouldn't travel.
I will say this. I saw at training camp today. Byron looks like he wants to have a lot more interceptions this year. He was by himself on the field, just catching footballs from one of the coaching, and he's just catching footballs by himself, and while the other corners and DBs doing their own drills and stuff. So he's just catching footballs.
He's trying to justify getting paid more.
That's good, and he needs to, but he can want to do it all he wants. But he actually has to do it.
Make the plays,
Hey, kudos to him. First time in a press man scheme, predominant press man scheme, and he had the most interceptions in his career, even if it was 2.
Should have been
correct.
Last year, right?
Yes. And Dylan, by the way, just so you know, we can attempt to kind of crystallize what we're saying. This could be a top 3 defense from start to finish. Our defense is already putting on a show, against a much improved offense, a much improved Tua, right? They're still putting on a show, and this is excluding Xavier and Jalen Phillips. What I'm saying is when you have book rushers like a Jalen Phillips, ABG, and Emmanuel Ogbah, then you have a solid middle with a Siler, Raekwon, Butler, Jenkins, and then you have a linebacker that's a complete headhunter in McKinney, and
Griffin
you got two, and that too, right? But I'm just saying you got, and when you have 2 book corners in Howard and Jones, that front 9, you know what I mean, bro?
I mean, I feel you. I feel you. Yeah, I feel you. And look, on paper, it looks amazing. But how many Dolphins seasons have we had where, look, on paper, everything looks great? Look, that's when
Jay Fiedler was at quarterback, though.
Yeah, but exactly. We haven't had a defense this good on paper since you got to go back to the Thomas and
early 2000s. Out of Wale Ogunleye, Surtain, Madison.
Wow, what a name! I haven't heard that in forever.
Ogunleye.
I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna be honest, and listen. Don't let the pressure improve from an organic standpoint. Oh my God! If that improves, this could be truly a special defense this year.
I want to see it. I
think if Jalen Phillips is healthy, he'll help us.
For sure.
Jalen Phillips is a legitimate. If he's healthy, is a legitimate defensive rookie of the year candidate in this defense.
Yeah,
bro.
I see that.
Absolutely.
Raekwon Davis is gonna have a great year. I feel like.
Raekwon, and I mean this in I don't mean this in any kind of bad way. Raekwon don't look human, bro. He just
bro.
He looks like Gardner.
That dude, I call him a Nephilim. That's what I call him, bro. He's a half human, half angelic hybrid of what he is, bro. I'm telling you right now. That dude, my God, I'm telling you, bro.
I saw him today. Looking at him compared to Jakeem Grant, it's like, oh my gosh,
towering.
Bro, Jakeem goes to his kneecaps, bro.
Yeah.
Hey, no. Look at when he's standing next to John Jenkins, and John Jenkins is another one.
Boy.
He's another Nephilim, bro. And he takes over this
bigger than Jakeem Grant.
Oh my God, bro! I'm serious, man.
Hey man, I ain't heard that for a while.
Oh, apparently,
I can't wait to see McKinney. I'm excited.
Apparently, a fallen angel.
Yeah, me too. Me too.
Mated with the Son of Man, and Raekwon Davis came from.
He's a demigod. He's a demigod.
I know, right? He's a descendant of Goliath.
Dude,
he's a descendant of Goliath, bro. He's out of that lineage.
When I saw that picture of him like this next to Jalen Phillips, and Jalen's a big boy, I was like, "Jeez, bro, his legs are like tree trunks, dude."
I'm telling you, man. He scares me, bro. And I've never
Jalen Phillips.
I'm terrified of that man just looking at him on Sundays, bro. On TV, I'm scared of that dude.
My boy Steve says Raekwon Davis walks around with Jakeem on his shoulder like a parrot.
That's so trifling.
Yeah, every time he doesn't drop a ball, Wally want a cracker?
Pirates, bro.
No, what's them small dogs that they be carrying around? Them small dogs.
Chihuahua.
Yeah.
And pugs.
Chihuahua, they call them something else, man.
Yorkies.
Yorkies.
Oh my God.
Yorkies. Shih Tzus. But also I think it's also important to highlight that Isaiah Ford is playing, bro. Like Isaiah. I'm just saying. Isaiah, Robert Foster is showing up. Merritt's been promoted. Like I believe Preston Williams might be out the door, bro, and that's sad to say because I think
don't say that, Martin.
But let's be honest. The reason why we've been holding on to him is because of his talent, his potential, but he hasn't been on the field, and you need to be on the field to gain cohesiveness and camaraderie, bro. I'm just saying too many players have been stepping up because of his absence. And I just see the Dolphins looking at it like, you know what? We got Merritt stepping up. We got Foster stepping up. We got, I think it'll be much easier for them to cut ties with Preston Williams, which I don't want to happen, but I think it's trending that way just because Preston has been AWOL. Like I haven't seen him anywhere, bro.
It honestly wouldn't bother me if Preston Williams was gone. I'm not all up in my feelings with that guy.
But he's so good. He's so good.
He is good when he's playing, but how many games do you play?
In the last 2 years,
12 maybe.
Not even 16.
I think they gave maybe 10 or 12, right?
They gave Parker 7 years, bro.
That's true.
Parker was also a first-round investment.
That's true.
That is true. Well,
at least Parker comes back.
And overall he has produced more than
Thank you.
Alicio is a 1K season.
I don't know, man. I'll say this though.
1,200.
I think one of them is going to wind up going Parker or
Williams.
Preston Williams. I think one of them is going to wind up. They're not. And I could be wrong, but I think one of them is going to go because.
Bro, let me ask you, EM. What do you think about Big O trying to push the narrative? Because Rhino told me to say, first I've heard of it. Big O trying to push the narrative that we're trying to trade Wilson.
Really?
Yeah,
Wilson. I think I was saying something about him being cut. They was going to either trade him or cut him or something like that.
Yeah.
I don't think that would be a good idea.
I haven't heard that, bro. This is the first I've heard of that.
I haven't heard anything from people I've talked to. I've basically been told Wilson's a lock to make this team.
It's on the Big O show when he interviewed.
Omar gave him the business. Omar gave him the business when he talked.
Did he really?
Yeah.
Omar.
What about this? What about this that nobody's talking about, bro? What about Will Fuller?
Right.
I know.
Right.
Not making the team.
Trading him.
Oh, wow.
I mean, just because he hasn't been out there at all.
I think, to be honest with you, if we,
practicing.
I think, not to say that he's not a good player, but I think he was brought here. I mean, we all know why he was brought here. But so if that ship has sailed, and you're not, and you're not going to, if he's not in your long-term plans, why not entertain trading him and get getting that cap savings, bro?
Yeah,
I don't know.
How serious is the injury?
I I was told by his trainer it's not very serious. It's a
Really?
Phillips is in this series too, right?
Oh, his injury.
Yeah, his injuries. You know why they're not? And the reason why they're not rushing him out there is because he's not even going to be available week 1.
Yeah, he's on different schedule.
He's not.
I don't know, bro. Like
I want a full complement of these guys.
I think Fuller's our only chance at a. Like, I think Wilson's gonna. Like, I stand by my statement that he sniffs 800 yards. I think our only chance at over 1,000 yards is Fuller if he stays healthy.
Wow,
that's crazy. Him and Galladay got injured.
I mean,
Kenny Galladay? Wow.
I can't wait to see how this wide receiving core shakes out when cut downs are done. Because I mean,
Right.
it can go in so many different ways.
I want them all.
You ain't keeping them all, dog.
If we got to carry 10, I want them all, bro. I want a full complement of the. I want them all, bro.
EM. You know what we're not talking enough about, and I kind of talked about it earlier. What's going to happen with Lynn Bowden Jr., bro?
Yes.
Man, I hate to think about that.
I think Bowden is. I think he ain't going nowhere, bro. Because I think maybe not so much this year, but I'm looking down the road next year.
Okay, hold on. Let me ask you this: would you right now? And remember, me and you covered camp last year. You're up here for every show, and now we're following along with camp this year. Would you even take him over a guy like Kirk Merritt?
Don't ask me. Please don't ask me that. Reason don't ask me that.
The reason why I'm asking you that is because Kirk Merritt's bigger. He's a better athlete, and he's been showing off so much that he's got promoted to the second team. And on one-on-one drills, they had him working with Tua today.
Yeah, I saw he threw.
I wouldn't.
He's moving up.
Ball
Slowly but Bowden as a bat.
I don't think they had a video clip of it, but Tua threw that ball to the corner of the end zone. I saw it was a thing of beauty. He got the toe tap in. Oh, that was a perfect.
I'm telling you, Kirk Merritt ran like a 4.38 or 4.39, and the guy's like 220 plus. Bro.
This wide receiver is interesting for sure.
I love, man, bro. You know me, Reason. I say you got to find a spot for Kirk Merritt somewhere.
Hey, that's not the question, though.
I know. But I look at it like this. The thing with Bowden is
I'll be hurt if Bowden leaves.
He has what he has above all of these other, trade or cut possible, players that could be, possibly traded or cut. He has NFL in-game experience, and he shows you what he glimpses of what he can be in this offense.
Versatility.
And I look at his diverse skill set. I look at him being, he can play quarterback. Obviously, he can play running back. So I look at Flores' values, versatility.
True.
So, and also.
So why not make him a running back?
Yeah. And again, that might be on the table, bro. But I think because he can do so many things, and he might even have the best hands on the entire wide receiving room.
Whoa.
Maybe.
I'm gonna have a little pushback on that.
Maybe he didn't have a drop. He didn't have a drop last year, right? He didn't have a drop, right? He was the only one on the team.
Well, that's a low bar. That's a low bar.
Just saying. Just saying.
Reason, is it obvious to say that a clear cut could be Malcolm Perry?
Yeah, I think Perry's cut.
And he's good too. Like, damn, bro.
That's one of their.
And think about this. Think about this.
Mm-hmm.
You're gonna be moving off of Parker next year. You maybe even this year. You're gonna be moving off of Will Fuller because he'll be 28, 29.
Unless he balls out. Unless he balls out. And you're gonna be moving away from Albert Wilson at some point. He'll be 29. So again, not necessarily this year, but I'm looking a year or 2 or 3 down the road. And I think Bowden is too skilled. He's too versatile. I think he can. In that Julian, because Waddle's not, bro. You didn't draft Jalen Waddle 6th overall and invest 2 first-round picks for him to be a slot receiver. That ain't happening. If that happens, oh my God, bro, I'm gonna be absolutely livid.
Waddle's a Z. He's a Z receiver.
Exactly. So he's gonna transition to the boundary at some point. So you need. I think now, is he as dynamic as Waddle? No. But I think he can flourish in that slot role, that Julian Edelman
that's exactly
Wes
what I was
Welker
thinking.
type of role. Hines Ward, Antoine Randall type of role.
Here's the thing. You're looking at years ahead. I think Kirk Merritt can turn into that X guy.
He could.
He's got the strength to be tethered to the line.
Absolutely, I agree.
And beat the jams, and he can also beat.
I
And he
agree.
can also beat press with his speed.
I agree 100% reason. And think about this: if they hit on just them 3 receivers, Waddle, Bowden, and Kirk Merritt, if they hit on those 3 guys, all on rookie deals, bro, that are young ascending players, oh, bro. So I'm just saying, I think Bowden.
Keep 7, 3 on the practice squad.
I think Bowden. I just think Bowden, bro.
Here's my worry, Dylan. I feel like Kirk Merritt's making enough noise where if you release him to put on the practice squad, some team's picking him up, bro.
Well, but see, I mean, that's the thing is no matter how you slice this is going to be hard cuts. That's why it's so interesting, right? So, like, I think ultimately and ideally what they should probably try and do is hold 7 on the active and try and get 3 of these guys on the practice squad. But I mean, you can't stop other teams from claiming, so that is part of the risk. I mean, it is what it is.
Because everybody's actually showing out this camp, bro. That's the thing.
Because they all know the competition is, and that's what worries me about Bowden. My thing, I said to Larry today. Okay, there's so much talent in that room. You cannot afford to take a day off. Bowden's taking fucking multiple days off here compared to other guys.
Let me ask you this, Reese. Let me ask you this. Is it because I think what's happening to not just Bowden, but with Parker, a lot of these guys that we're not hearing much about. I think because Albert Wilson has been so dominant, bro. I think it's cast a shadow on these other guys.
Yeah, but bro, even Isaiah Ford and Alan Hearns are shining, bro. Parker wasn't shining because he was hurt, but like even Hearns and Ford are having days, bro.
Yeah. Foster too.
And Robert Foster too. Logan makes a point. And Robert Foster too. And Justo asks, who's the number 1 receiver? Phinside up, fellows. Okay, on the depth in week 1 with Fuller out. So Parker will be your number 1 on the depth chart, but I will put money on it that Waddle or Wilson will be your top producer that week.
They're gonna put a lot of stock in Waddle week 1. I think,
another receiver no one's really ever talking about. I don't think he'd make the team. He played quarterback Kyle Loxley, right?
Loxley, like UTEP or whatever, right?
I don't.
Yo, didn't he get? I'm pretty sure Kyle Loxley didn't he get into a scuffle with Noah yesterday too?
Was that him?
Yeah, it was Kyle Loxley and Noah got into a scuffle.
Man,
did you hear today? Vince Beagle hit Tua from behind and he got sent out of practice.
He had a knife, right? He had a knife. Right?
No, really?
I saw something about that.
Yeah,
he hit Tua.
I'm being bad, man.
Vince Beagle hit Tua from behind and he got sent out of practice.
He hit him on purpose too.
Yeah, he really won't.
Are you serious, bro?
Yeah, bro.
Yeah.
We know Shaquem Griffin is gonna make the team now because Vince Beagle might be on his way out, bro.
He won't. Hurt my feelings.
He might be on the way out.
Yeah, I saw it because somebody tied it with his comment or the picture he tweeted. On Watson thing.
Yeah.
It
was the Deshaun Watson jersey swap, and then he had the Jack.
How does that happen, bro? That should never happen, bro. That should absolutely never, under any you do not hit the quarterback in practice.
I mean, the guy's got a fucking red jersey on, bro. I mean,
stop sign.
Maybe he's colorblind.
I think it was near the end of practice too, if I remember correctly.
And it wasn't like a trip or a stumble or anything like that. He actually hit him, right?
Yeah. That's where you get that big Bama fullback to lay him out when the whistle's called. Pull a Bobby Boucher on his ass.
Her name is Beagle anyway.
Obviously wanted Watson, so he'll do anything to get that, to make that.
Compliments from Captain Insano.
I just know if he had a knife in his hand.
Captain Insano shows no mercy.
Shows no mercy.
Ben Bowden like that tweet, that Instagram post too. So I don't know, man.
Lynn Bowden don't know no better.
I just being a good teammate, man. Being a good teammate. Supporting him.
I'm suspecting now.
But honestly, Em, what you said about Lynn Bowden potentially being like a Hines Ward type, even last year, bro. Lynn Bowden, he like when he catches balls in pause when he catches balls in traffic,
just say footballs.
Bro, he when he catches footballs, you're right, Pyro. Thank you.
There you go.
When he catches footballs in traffic, he takes hits just like Hines Ward.
Yeah, that's what I told Reason. He is when you go look at tape of Hines, just how they move, how they move
smooth,
in the open field.
Yeah,
telling you, man, they are like that's a perfect comp for me.
I like that. Mm-hmm.
So, but I think, but see, the thing with Bowden, the advantage he has on these other guys, on the fringe guys, is that he's big. He has in-game experience.
You seen
these guys,
yeah.
Sure, these guys are making plays in practice, but is it going to translate to the field? Well, we know what Bowden can do in-game.
True.
Yeah, but
so,
I mean, there's also a little bit of the "what have you done for me now?" And I mean, he's not hurt, right? So like, he's out there, he's practicing, and
he's just not making enough plays. That's all.
Yeah, and the problem is that room is so stacked too.
I know.
Yeah.
Well,
it's
and
crowded.
you take how Flores does business, right? If you
maybe they carry 8.
They might have to.
If it's me, I'm carrying 10, bro. I'm telling you now. If it was me,
with all the injuries happening,
you're sacrificing.
Pete, is that you?
Needed players at other spots.
I'm gonna shave off. I'm gonna shave off. I'm gonna find them roster spots somewhere. Now, the additional 3 wide receivers, they're gonna have to play special teams. But I would carry 10.
Yeah, you know who's
I'm
really
not going through what we went through last year.
You know who's really promising too? Brennan Scarlett's been showing up the past few days too.
Yeah. But and see a lot of like those type of players, him and McKinney, bro, they generally don't show up. Those bigger, more physical guys, you're not gonna feel them until the pads come on.
Right.
And you're seeing exactly that, bro.
Dude, he had back-to-back sacks today, filling in for Andrew Van Ginkel. Yesterday, he had a sack or 2 filling in for Jalen Phillips.
I want to see it against another team in live bullets. Bring it on.
The joint practice is gonna be lit, bro.
I can't wait.
Yeah. When is that joint practice?
Next
Wednesday,
week.
right?
Next week.
Next Wednesday, right? And
That Bears one.
We play them on Saturday, right?
I think it's
Saturday one.
I think
The game is Saturday.
What is it?
Saturday's the game.
It's the 10th and the 11th, or the 11th and the 12th, and then the game's on the 13th.
That
The
one.
game's the
Something like that,
14th.
yeah.
Game's the 14th.
Justin Fields
14th,
first
yeah, is the
tour.
game.
That's gonna be big.
If Bowden won't make the team, he gets picked up by a different team. He still he gave himself a Dolphins tattoo, I think, on his leg, and he'll be on a different.
The worst looking tattoo ever.
It wasn't real though. It wasn't real. He drew it on with pen.
Yeah, that was.
I'm telling you now.
Real.
I'm telling you now.
It was a pen.
I'm telling you now. If they cut him, he's going to New England. It's going to be a repeat of the Wes Welker situation all over again.
That'll be so crazy.
Man. I'm telling you,
You know
right
what's
now.
crazy? I was so mad, and I remember like my ex used to watch the games with me all the time, and because my current wife hates football, and she loves hockey though. So there you go. I'll take the good with the bad. And my ex used to watch every sport with me though, right? And I remember, bro, that 1-15 season, I used to call Welker my little white boy. And because remember he returned kicks and stuff for us too.
Kick field goals.
He was one of the few, if not only, shining light in that whole season. And they let him go, bro. I was so disappointed, bro.
And when he got to New England, oh my god. Completely transformed.
I'm telling you now, if they cut him, he's going to New England, and that's going to be a repeat of what happened with Wes Welker. I'm telling you right now. I'm telling you now.
So catastrophic, bro.
I would just trade Parker.
Yeah,
that's all you got to do.
Is that Damien?
Really, I don't want to get rid of Parker.
Okay.
I want to keep them all.
That was such a Damien shit to say.
I want to keep them all, but I know we can't. Realistically, we can't. So if it's somebody to go, I just love Parker is the only. He's the most logical. Sacrificial. Whatever you want to call it, bro.
He makes
we
like
get the cap savings. We get the cap savings, and we get the roster spot.
$12 million.
So
12 million.
Because it sounds like
I'd trade him.
I don't know if you heard, but like, remember I was telling you like the belief in Jakeem's Grant camp was that he wasn't going to make it, right? Well, it was like Alain Poupard or someone like that put out a article today, and they basically said the belief heading into camp was from Jakeem Grant's camp that they didn't think he'd make the team, and now it's like kind of turned around where Jakeem Grant thinks he might make the team now.
I'm gonna be sick.
That was too far.
I think I'm gonna throw
up. As long as whoever ends up on this roster is the right.
Because if you get rid of Parker and you get rid of Grant, that's
go.
like $15.5 million you just cleared up, bro.
Yeah.
And we better pay Howard, or else I'm
right?
driving down to Miami Gardens ASAP and having a fucking good career. Wait for him in the backseat of his car for when he's done his day at work.
If Grant's on this team
with chloroform in your palm.
If Grant's on this team and Merritt is not, I'm rioting, bro. I'm rioting.
That'd be so crazy.
I am so sick of this man.
Storm the stadium in here.
They keep falling for it. His workout it always shines when it's not the real
when the lights ain't on. Yeah,
they always fall for this shit.
I know, man.
Let them keep balling out in practice and then trade.
That's actually one of the worst football players. The ones that shine in practice and never show up in the game.
Yes.
I hate that.
Hold on. Red Comet, I think you need to go to bed because something's wrong with you, bro. We need to trade Sanders because he missed a field goal.
I think
he was playing.
He got to be trolling.
He said he's serious. He said he's serious.
Nah, he's not serious.
No way.
That is arguably the best.
I will
kicker in
never
NFL
allow
right
you on
now.
the panel again if you mean that.
You are parts for life.
Dude,
MVP.
It's sad to say, but he's one of our best players on the team.
He said he's joking. He's joking.
He's one of the biggest assets on the team.
You better be joking, Red Comet.
He hit the
We switched up.
The threat scared him.
He had a peak moment. He had a peak moment.
Now look at our punter too, man. Now we got a punter to match our kicker.
I really like what you were saying earlier about how he's doing that the spin. Yeah,
man.
That right there is such a technique that is so difficult to teach.
Yeah.
If he knows how to do that, that's such a huge asset to have, especially with the defense that we have, bro. I'm just saying, bro, like it's gonna get real, bro. Like it's gonna get real, bro.
By the way, that kick where Pilardi it bounced into the end zone, and I think one of the gunners pinned it inside like the 5-yard line. I'm pretty sure that was Brandon Jones.
Oh, really?
Hey, Logan.
Yeah.
Hey, Logan. A lot of people are saying the pace of the practice is really fast. Have you noticed?
Yeah,
that?
it goes by quick. Like each play, like 2 seconds later, they're already on to the next play.
So it's possible. Wow. It's possible.
Hurry up, offense.
So it's possible a lot of plays are being missed, even by the media. You think?
Oh, yeah.
So fast.
I don't think they're getting every play. They're getting the majority of them because Sometimes they even put in a tweet like a few plays at a time. Like it goes but it was nice.
Logan, do you follow Travis Wingfield?
Yeah.
Okay, let me ask you this.
That's usually who I.
Is he pretty? Like you were there today. Mm-hmm. Was his coverage pretty bang on?
Pretty. Yeah, I was. It was better than. It was better than. You know.
Yeah.
Look at little Logan taking shots.
He's 13, boys. He's 13. I'm proud.
Pulling out the gun.
Is he 13? Is he 13?
13, bro.
About to be 14.
Savage.
And he can evaluate football better than a lot of the people we see in the comments on certain platforms. Kind of crazy, huh?
Yeah. He's untainted so far. We have to keep him
spot on.
Right
no, we've tainted. He's been up here when
he's
destroyed.
Dylan, he's seen the worst. He's seen the worst, Dylan.
Yeah,
he's been on Larry's stream.
Logan will always remember as YouTube, the place where he grew into a man.
Yes.
At 13. Keep him away from the homerism.
He went to Diagon Alley, the YouTube channel. So
Diagon Alley.
Oh
yeah, man.
See, I knew Tua. Like I'm telling you, I knew Tua turned the corner. Like I said, because I read it like 8 times. When Omar put out that tweet a couple of days ago, and was in awe of Tua's mastery of this offense,
right?
And saying he's on Tannehill year 5 level, but Tannehill didn't have the pocket presence or the accuracy that Tua has. That's when people needed to start taking him seriously because. Crazy thing is Omar wanted him very bad, but Omar's been and maybe it's because of the 20 years of, he's been one of his toughest critics because he is with the quarterback position, right? He's been one of his harshest critics. And when he said that, and then he even said, this is why I don't praise quarterbacks because all you guys jump all over this stuff. But like for him tweeting that out, knowing how Dolphins Twitter works and how everyone is going to jump and ride with that should tell you, you know, Travis is one thing because he works with the team, but when Omar's saying that, you listen.
Yeah, because he doesn't praise
I told you earlier reason when we talked earlier. You know what really resonated with me was when Travis Wingfield was highlighting the throws that Tua was making, like off platform, multiple off platform throws, and for him, I mean, throwing across his body, you know what I mean? And so again, I told you. That was the biggest issue with Tua was where is he physically? And to hear them tweets, bro, I was like, that tells you right there.
And
he's
the
on
other
another
guy,
level
and the other guy, me and you talked about too, was Kyle Krabs. Kyle Krabs wanted Herbert pre-draft, right?
Yeah.
And today, Kyle Krabs was in absolute awe of Tua and the dimes he was throwing.
Yeah.
And
that's true. And Kyle Krabs wasn't anti to it. He just was a Herbert guy. You know,
for me, I'm gonna keep my Omar wall up. I'm gonna keep my Omar wall up. And you leave me alone, Pyro. And all I know is I've been around Omar for 13 years, and he does this all the time. I'm not saying he is, but I have the feeling he just said what he said so he can bash him later. That's my first reaction. Of being around Omar for 13 years.
I look at Omar. You know how I feel about Omar recently. Well, I think pretty much everybody knows how I feel about Omar. I think Omar he calls it how he sees. He's not here to tell you what you want to hear. He's here to tell you what he sees and what he deems is the truth. And and I can relate to him on this regard because I offered a little constructive criticism of Tua, and they calling me a Tua hater, and y'all saw how they were coming at me, and bro, nobody should ever come at me in regards to this player. So I understand, I can relate to Omar. That's my approach, my contribution to the community. I try to give you the truth. I'm not here to be a homer. I'm not here to be biased. I am here to give you the truth and call it down the middle. And I think Omar's like that. And people just don't, if it doesn't fit their narrative, it rubs them the wrong way.
So then why does he always say I'm a troll?
I've never heard Omar say that.
All the time.
I've never heard Omar say that.
All the time. He says it all the time. I'm a bit of a troll. I'm a contrarian. It's part of who I am. He says this stuff all the time. This is what I'm trying to say. I respect Omar. If he's listening, I respect him. I think he is the best reporter in Miami when he puts his mind to it, by far. Okay, he just has this switch. I don't know what it is.
He does contradict himself quite often.
All the time. But
I've never heard him say that. But he does.
He does. Recently, the last 2 weeks. The last 2 weeks, he said that a lot.
I just totally respect it.
He got a receipt.
I totally respect how honest he is.
Exactly.
Here's the thing. Like, we might not like. I didn't agree with his Albert Wilson take, obviously, and there's obviously takes that people aren't going to agree with, but it's what he believes and he sticks to his guns. I mean,
you got to respect it. And nobody said that he's 100% right, but I would rather. Again, that's my approach. And again, I don't know Omar for a can of paint, but he seems to be. He and I seem to be somewhat similar in that regard.
Straight shooter, you're right.
So
that's what I said. That's why when I opened up the show and I said I can relate to you because I'm brash, I'm blunt, I'm in your face, and look at how many people push back on me.
Right.
The Tua haters, I'm like their number one fucking target over here, bro. You know what I mean? Like.
And speaking of Omar, I've been staring at this tweet and I wanted to mention it. One of his, he's talking about the offensive line and
today, right?
Yeah.
Today? Yeah.
Jackson was struggling with Van Ginkel. No disrespect, but ... Says Liam Eichenberg looks green at left guard. He isn't on Eric Flowers' level yet. Too early on.
Damn.
Yeah, too early. too early on Dieter.
Damn, are you serious?
Let him finish.
I'm sorry, bro. Go ahead, bro. I'm sorry.
So he says too early on Dieter. Robert Hunt has done well. I like the move, which makes sense, obviously. But then he ends it with Jesse Davis's knee issues, which limit him to half a practice, worry me.
Wow.
Yeah, did you see what he? Wow. But did you see what he tweeted later on in the day about the offensive line?
Oh yeah, with the precious face.
Yeah, with the Monique face. He said, let me bring it up for you guys. He said something to the effect of like the offensive line is still like he's like, I don't like what I'm seeing from the offense.
Right.
Oh, he said, yeah, with the precious face. He said right now the way Solomon McKinley is just to continue what Dylan was saying. He's like right now the way Solomon McKinley has been struggling, there's no quality backup at guard, right? Wow. And he said someone asked him, would you consider our O-line improved from last year, top 15? And he has a pick like a gift that says nope. But then there was a one where I'm trying to find. Okay, he said, and for the sake of transparency, I don't like what I'm seeing from this offensive line, and this is why that should worry people.
Damn.
This is why EM is saying damn, is because Omar highlights the trench play as his specialty.
Yeah. Absolutely.
That is
absolutely.
And when he's saying that, that's not good, man.
He said Eichenberg is not on Eric Flowers' level yet.
That ain't good.
Wow.
Damn.
And that's
damn. Are you serious?
That's a damn.
When I read that line, I was like, well, man, I mean, Eric Flowers is just all right. So,
wow.
Yeah, that's the first I heard somebody.
Wow.
God damn.
And that's actually been kind of nice to him too. So
like, you know what though?
No, it's gonna be rough for Tua, man. It's gonna be.
We paid $6 million to trade him back to the fucking Washington football team.
Like, you know what though? Listen. I'm gonna listen. I'm gonna pause and let this play out because you got to consider. I'm just trying to be positive. I'm just trying to be positive in this situation.
Just get a good laugh.
I can't, bro.
Consider hang on. Consider the front that they're facing. I think a good portion of the NFL is going to struggle to move the ball consistently against its front.
Maybe.
So,
yeah.
With that being said, let's just wait. But damn, he ain't even on Eric Flowers' level.
But I know, right? But I'll tell you what. These next joint practices. These next joint practices with Atlanta and Chicago is going to really tell us exactly where this offensive line is in cohesiveness, bro.
Because Atlanta's front seven, the Chicago's front seven is really good. Atlanta's just like not good by any stretch of the
right. So we're really going to gauge it. We're really going to gauge it these next couple weeks, bro. For real.
Because EM's right. EM's right. Like yesterday was a combination of the defense knew we were going run heavy, plus that front seven is vastly improved against the run, right? But I mean, you heard today, before Vince Beagle hit Tua, Larnell Coleman was, giving Vince Beagle the work, but then Vince Beagle figured him out and was getting around him pretty easily.
Yeah, man. Like I said, my eyeballs, I'm gonna have one. Yeah,
I'm trying to be positive. I'm trying to be positive in the situation. I'm gonna chalk it up right now to this defense. This front is just that imposing.
Yeah, if it's a week away from now and we're still having concern, then we can have this talk.
Exactly.
No, now I'm worried.
I will say this. I will say this. Who's been warning you the whole time, bro? I've been sitting here like, yo. This ain't good, bro. Like
resources not maximized.
Bro.
Yeah.
It's the one area. It's the one area where Omar is very good at.
It's the one area where it seems our scouts can't get their ass out of their head of their ass, bro.
But like you said, the Colts GM or the Colts scouting staff, the way they put together their offensive line has been spectacular, bro. Quilton Nelson, Kelly, Brandon Smith, like.
Ed Dodds did all that. Bro, you know what's a kick in the nuts? A kick in the nuts is this. KC, okay, They go to the Super Bowl. Patrick's running for his life. They cut Eric Fisher, number 1 overall pick, who won a Super Bowl with. They cut Mitchell Schwartz, top 5 at his position before he got hurt. They cut all these players, and they flipped and turned that whole offensive line around in a matter of like a month and a half. And now they have arguably the best offensive line in the AFC.
And reason. Look what the Chargers are doing. They putting a fucking wall in front of their investment.
You don't gotta tell me what they're doing because they got my top wanted free agent, bro.
Yep.
Everyone knows that Corey Linsley to the Dolphins train started over on this side, bro.
Yep.
And they just said, you know what? We'll pony up the money. And that's my issue. First of all, Clemson Eagle. You guys can give your predictions if you want. I'm saving them until my preseason show that I'll be doing with a bunch of people like I did last year. EM, if he's available, will be up here. Dante Collinelli will be here. Kevin Dern. We'll have Ball Game up here. Richmond Webb will be up here. So it'll be an all-star panel. And I'll be doing, and plus other guys too. Obviously, I'm just going off the top of my head. And so I'll say my prediction for that. Plus, I got to see what the roster is. Yeah, Klump will be up here too. He said, what do you think the Dolphins' projected record this year is going to be?
10-6. I mean, 10-7.
11-6. 11-6, I think.
I'll wait.
Well,
I'll wait.
Give this news.
Not 9-8.
Yeah.
Let me see the offensive line next week.
Yeah, I mean the offensive line is going to be a linchpin in this.
In the X situation, right?
Damn, dude. I'm sorry.
Take it over Eric Flowers right now.
I can't get over that, bro. Damn, did he really say that? He's not even on.
He said it for you, Ian. He said it for you, Ian.
Omar meant that
shit.
And everyone knows how much I hated Eric Flowers. Dude, I remember EM when the signing when that day hit and we went on TD Fins Talk and they made that signing and I was just lambasting the side. I was like, this is overpaying them. They just knee-jerk reaction to when he got franchise tagged.
Right, yeah.
And the thing with Eric Flowers is that's the
Judy, who's also a Kansas City Chief right now.
I know, right? Yep.
Look, the thing with Eric Flowers that's the most noticeable is that he gives up on so many plays in the run block and even in the pass block.
So does Austin Jackson, which is troublesome.
And Austin Jackson at times too. But I believe Liam Eichenberg is going to be a different player altogether, even though he's not playing as solid. But I think he'll be a different player altogether as far as never giving up on a play and never, falling prey to, just a guy that's clearly better than him and just faltering. I think Liam's going to fight.
No, I'm not going to sleep tonight. Thank you, Omar.
Yeah, 4.56, 4.56. 4.99. He said, "Big up to everyone on the panel. Not sure y'all heard, but Lawrence is up there struggling in Duval. I'll say we'll go 11-6. Yeah, I did hear that.
Heard.
He threw a touchdown pass to Tim Tebow in the back of the end zone a couple practices ago.
Because I keep the same energy and I stay consistent in my logic. I don't care, man. It's training camp for all of
everybody's struggling except for Lance.
Yeah, it's training camp, man. Let's see.
They need to give them hell.
And that's, none of those other teams are my team. So I care about the Dolphins, and we'll see what happens.
Flowers? Flowers? Not even as good.
I know Flowers, bro. Are you
now that we can go back to. Let's
he's not on Flowers level.
That is rough.
I'm telling you, man. I'm not gonna be able to sleep tonight, bro. I'm serious, man.
I know I'm not.
Damn,
you're gonna be twisting and turning in your bed, like having little nightmares. Like, oh,
dude,
did he have to say Flowers? Did he have to say Flowers?
Reason, I think I'm gonna have another crazy nightmare tonight, bro. You know what I told you last night? I told you Oh my god, bro!
Gonna be gonna get ready, get on the center, and as soon as you ready to pass the ball, you just get sacked. You wake up with a cold sweat.
Fumble and
breathing hard.
Just wake up with a cold sweat. Oh, safety!
Bro, you can be going to sleep tonight. Shooter standing across from him. Liam Eichenberg pops up to block the shots and still goes through him. Bye EM.
I'm probably gonna wake up.
Damn, Flowers, bro. Wow.
Yo, I can see EM now. Here you go. Ready? Eichenberg. There you go.
All I remember of Flowers is Karras and Flowers blocking each other. That's all I remember. Those two.
Wow.
That's all I remember. Those two blocking each other.
Damn,
bro. G-Firm 456-199. FYI, he's facing nowhere near the defense to his. That's correct. You know what my memories of Flowers are? Him continuously. You guys remember this? He would push his man into Jackson's hip and cause Jackson to lose his block. And then a free rusher would come, and I'd be like, "What the fuck is this guy doing, bro?"
Not my problem anymore. It's Jackson's problem.
We might have a similar problem right now.
Yeah.
Even worse. Even worse.
Lord, man.
And here you go.
Straight ahead.
Just about 9 hours ago, I was on a walk with my little one talking to EM, and we're saying, well, maybe we can get Quentin Nelson play from him at left guard. He went to Notre Dame. He's a left tackle. They moved to guard. And now we're here. Now we're hearing we might not even get Eric Flowers, a guy who can't even spell Eric right. So
Quentin Nelson was such a generational talent coming out.
It's Eichenberg straight ahead every
he was definitely Quentin Nelson was definitely a blip in the matrix, bro. He's a
real.
You never see interior guys get drafted that highly, right?
Yeah,
but his film at Notre Dame was nasty.
Him and Zach Martin.
Yeah, his film at Notre Dame was so nasty, dog.
Yeah, like, ridiculous.
My goodness.
The fact that this guy's a liability at tackle
and his
right.
His
Eichenberg play center.
His
I'm scared. He might.
His Notre Dame teammate
snap that ball over to his head.
His Notre Dame teammate, the 49ers got him in the second round too. I think he went before Eichenberg, if I'm not mistaken.
You mean Maglitsky or I forget his name.
No. He got drafted this year with Eichenberg.
Oh, Aaron Banks. Yeah. The guard from Notre Dame.
He went higher. Aaron Banks didn't go higher, did he?
I think he went a little later. He might have went a little later.
And they also,
I know he went the second round.
And they also had that. They had another lineman, the tackle that we liked at the Senior Bowl. That we're playing at center.
So
he's at Tampa Bay right now. I forget his name though.
Aaron Banks.
He was
number 48.
Banks went like overall. 6 picks over. Yeah, after Eichenberg.
Right.
48.
We're talking about
but we're talking about the other guy.
The one at the Senior Bowl that was playing all the positions. Yeah,
he played right tackle, but he played center at the Senior Bowl.
Yeah, we should.
And as soon as we remember his name, we're gonna be like, oh yeah. Because I know exactly what you're talking about. No. What's his name? What's his name, bro? He's with the Buccaneers right now. He got drafted by the Buccaneers.
We were on such a high note, and we have to end the show. We have to wind things down. Being depressed, bro. Talking about this damn. Oh man.
We on some Dylan high, bro.
Like I said, bro. I'm gonna try to remain.
Was it Ron Hainsey? Was it Ron Hainsey?
Hainsey,
right?
Robert Hainsey, yeah.
Robert Hainsey, that's it.
Yeah.
He went in the third round. 95.
Did he go? Oh, he went the third? Okay.
Yeah.
I blame Dylan because he the one who had to bring this shit up.
Listen.
You always
breaking the party up in a bad
always freaking
look, man, all of this,
party pooper, bro.
But Dylan's good, man. He's the one that yells out cops when they're actually outside, bro. Like that's what you're supposed to do, Dylan. I appreciate that.
And I'll keep doing it, brother.
Because I'm jumping out the window, bro. Like,
I got you, dog. Don't worry.
Buzzkill, man.
Cops. Bravo.
I got you.
Popos are here. Popos.
Damn, Dylan.
I have actually had to do that before, so.
Oh wow!
Right on point with that.
Of course you did. Yeah.
I believe it.
It is what it is, man. Yeah, hey, I get my homies back, bro. I take all that shit. I'm not gonna get a personal story, but like I get it. I get my homies back.
Yeah, it's Mando. That's what they call it. It's Mando, man. Mandatory.
But all right, now that EM's depressed and eyeing the gun on his table right now.
Oh no!
man. Bro.
He's pointing at us no more. He's spinning the revolver.
He ain't pointing at us no more. That's a damn show.
Oh, man.
Crying as he turns the safety off.
Man, bro.
He's gonna repeat not better than Flowers all night long, bro.
Well, and Solomon Kinley's on third team, so it's like he's not even in the running for it.
I can't believe Kinley has fallen off like this.
No, man.
Bro, this guy's etching Eichenberg into the top bullet in his clip right now.
And he gonna say we gave up a third round pick.
I know.
No. Oh man.
What worries me about Kinley is he tells everyone that he came into the weight the Dolphins asked him to. He passes a conditioning test, and someone tells me privately who was at practice yesterday that Solomon Kinley's huffing and puffing in front of him.
That's like Larry said. Bro. It's like Larry said. He probably lost the weight.
He
lost the weight the wrong way.
You think he might have a medical condition that they're not like talking about?
Or he lost the weight the bad way. He fasted.
He fasted,
right?
Instead of working out. Yeah.
See, he spent his off season going to Taco Bell, eating too many cheesy Fiesta potatoes,
bouncing on cars.
Yo, those cheesy gordita crunches though, bro.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, they're good.
Too many chalupas.
G-Firm 456 says I got us losing to the Bucks, the Ravens, the Titans, the Saints, the Bills 1 out of 2, and the Pats 1 out of 2.
That's fair.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
I definitely think we're more equipped to handle the Ravens this year.
To contain Lamar.
Yo, EM.
We don't play them till week 10 either.
You see what's happening at camp with Rashad Bateman, right?
Oh yeah, sure.
Rashad Bateman,
Marlon Humphrey.
Oh yeah,
bro. Rashad Bateman is putting on a fucking clinic over there, bro.
Yeah,
nice.
He looks like he's gonna be the truth, bro.
Oh, Odell Beckham, like you said, he's literally Odell Beckham.
Yeah,
that's what I said. Yeah, OBJ light. Yeah,
without the poop.
Yep.
Without the Cleveland steamer.
So how many games did he have? He had us losing 6 total.
6 total.
6.
11 and 6.
11 and 6. That's fair.
That's what's up. I'll take that.
I'm still depressed over here, so I can't.
Gailey's gone. Be happy.
He needs John Watson talk.
That's not better.
Bro, by the way, Tyrone, is that Bill Cosby's face on Deshaun Watson's body?
Yeah, it is.
Yep.
Oh my goodness.
How apropos.
Hey, and both of them look like they're getting away with some serious charges. So
I mean,
that's what's up.
I mean, shout out to the judicial system, whatever this is, bro. they just let things happen out here, bro.
Money talks.
Anything
feels like it. Bro.
Yeah.
Feels like
about the status.
Yep. I mean, hopefully our receivers can get open quick enough to give, so Tua doesn't get blown up.
I think they will. I seen an isolated camera on Jalen Waddle in motion.
Oh, no, bro.
Bro, that dude is getting separation, bro. Like,
he's crazy.
On another level too, bro. Speed. Yeah, our receiver's gonna have to get separation this year.
I mean, he just can't have defenders in his lap right away, right? And like he can't have his offensive lineman be pushed into his lap. Like,
yes,
and they got to pick up stunts like they didn't last year, right? And they can't get crushed when they get blitzed like they did today.
But hold on,
they got to do something right.
Yeah, but if they jam him and he gets off. It's over. So that's a big gamble. I agree with you, but that's a huge gamble.
I'm just saying we need to probably get like
if they use him, if they use Waddle, if they it appears that they're implementing more motion. If they use him as the motion guy, he's uncoverable, bro. There's no way you defend that. There's no way you can. So
hold him. That's the only way. Hold him.
Yeah.
Give us the penalty yards. It's all about the driving and getting the first downs anyway. So
this offense is a definition of glass cannon.
Maybe.
Yo, look at this, boys. Look at this. I want to show you this. Just because you know how much I love this kid, right? Watch this, bro.
He's
gone.
ridiculous.
Oh, Bateman?
Just gone right by Humphrey.
Off the line of scrimmage.
Just beats them. Just gets the leverage, stacks them, and he's gone, bro.
People don't understand how important it is to be that lethal off the line of scrimmage, like a Keenan Allen, Antonio Brown, Devontae Adams. When you can do that, I'm just saying when you
Sewell
can do
him,
that,
man. Sewell and him, I would have been happy.
Wow, yeah,
bro. And then here he was today. Like I'm just gonna show you guys this too. Apparently he was the best offensive player again today. So,
I think he is.
Here's he. Here it was today, just like running some routes.
There he is in the middle, running to the left.
So smooth, easy,
bro. Just money in the bank, bro.
Have you guys ever seen that video with Hollywood Brown when they were drafting Rashard Bateman? Like he was so hyped, like during the video on the live with Lamar Jackson, and as soon as they said, the Baltimore Ravens drafted or the Baltimore Ravens select Rashard Bateman, wide receiver from Minnesota, like his whole energy just it was like he got bit by a vampire, bro. Like everything just all his excitement just left him, bro. Because he knew.
I'm dead.
Like he knew, bro. Like Bateman is like the real deal. I'm just saying.
And that's a good movie, by the way, Blade. Shout out to that movie.
Oh yeah, Blade, the original Blade.
Yeah,
they remake it. They remake it too, I think.
It's gonna be trash.
Who'd they cast?
Yeah, what?
Who?
The dude from
the dude played Cottonmouth.
That's insane. Wesley Snipes should still be what?
I know he's out of prison, right? Give him another role.
But he's still black don't crack, right? Black don't crack.
I'm sorry. It's just not the same, bro. Without with somebody else, bro. Blade is that character, dude.
Wesley was my go-to.
It's like somebody trying to play Tony Soprano. It's just not possible.
And the guy that played the Panther, he's dead, so he can't play the part.
Chadwick Boseman.
Who are they going to cast?
Yeah,
they're not recasting.
Well, it's the same thing. It's the same thing as casting a new Wolverine.
Yeah,
right.
Unless it's Keanu Reeves. They're talking about Keanu Reeves being the next Wolverine.
I
heard that.
Oh, really?
That's what I heard. That's what I heard.
He's too old. He's too old.
God, no.
That would be awful. That would be awful.
Go ahead.
I saw TD just went live. The title is Tua looked like a top 5 quarterback today.
See?
CFL or NFL?
All right, let's we're about to hit 3 hours anyways. Let's get some final thoughts. Martin, we'll start with you.
Yeah, Reason, appreciate you for having us up again today. Another great show, another great update about what's going on in camp. And again, everything is about continuing to build. Every day is a building block. Every day is an opportunity for you to keep sharpening your iron. And I believe we have everything we need in the building right now. And obviously, we can always upgrade, but what we have in the building right now, I think is more than enough to go into week 1 and just, give it to whoever it is we need to give it to, Cam Newton or Noodle Arm. So, I'm ready to go, man. And let's see what comes of Thursday tomorrow in camp. So hands up.
Big Logan, your final thoughts.
Great show. Thanks for having me on. So just go back on that X thing and how important he is to the defense. Like our defense was ranked 22nd in passing yards allowed, and I think the big part of why we were so successful in one of the top defenses is because you could take the ball away, and he had a third of those turnovers, just him alone. So, it's really important that he's here. And the depressing part too is that O-line, man. But here we are. Eric Flowers.
Oh, don't say his name, please. Oh my God.
That's like saying Lord Voldemort.
Positives. I got some positives. Tua balling out like we all knew he would. And that defensive front seven, man, looks pretty nasty. And it's great to have different guys doing pass rush that we brought in. if someone goes down like AVG, we have somebody else to pick it up. So it's
Like
great
Scarlett.
to see.
Brandon Scarlett.
Brandon Scarlett, yep.
You go ahead.
That's it.
I'll save you for last. Rhino, go ahead, bro. Your final thoughts.
Well, Omar has laid the level down. Eichenberg has to get to Flowers level before we can calm down here. But it's a lot of positive stuff happened today. I was really happy.
Have mercy.
I was happy to hear all the good stuff about Tua and the defense also doing well. I just cannot wait for next week, Wednesday, and the game. That'll be exciting. And wow, Flowers, man, fins up.
Dylan, your final thoughts, bro.
I'm gonna not mention Eric Flowers. Oh wait,
you just
thank you, Dylan. Thank you.
It was your fault.
Thank you.
All right, so no, thanks for having me on again. It was a great show. A lot of good laughs. Yeah, man. I mean, I'm just like I said. I can't wait until actual games and stuff like that. Both preseason and regular season. We'll see how the O-line pans out. Hopefully they get the X thing situated because that's obviously super important. But yeah, man, it's gonna be a good time. I'm super pumped for that live stream, man. That shit's gonna be off the hook. I can't wait. It's gonna be a lot of fun.
I kind of blame myself because
I do too.
I said if we passed up on Phinish Noel and we passed up on Tevin Jenkins at 36 and we traded up for Eichenberg for him to become a guard, I was going to be livid. And now they've moved him into guard and we're not even getting sufficient play there. Oh boy. Little Logan, your final thoughts, dude.
Yeah, it was overall a great day of practice today. I got to experience it. Very great. I enjoyed it.
Was that your first time, Logan, or
the training camp? Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, that's
congratulations, man. I know.
Very happy.
Yeah, I was excited. Yeah, I was excited to go. And yeah, fins up.
Fins up, bro.
Pyro, your final thoughts, dude.
Well, all the positivity just left out of me thanks to Dylan. I was very, very, very in the gutter right now.
We'll clean you out. Don't worry.
The fact that this guy is not better than Eric Flowers is. Honestly, at this point, is just really depressing.
Beyond trouble, yes,
bro. The fact, bro, even Dan Campbell's Oklahoma drills can't fix this guy. I'm done, man. I'm really.
He punched that ticket, bro.
Oh,
yeah, well, fins up, I guess.
I guess he said.
Fuck it, fins up.
Yeah. Ish Taylor, your final thoughts, dude.
Oh my god.
Yeah, man. Great show as always, man. Thanks for having me on here. Great talking Dolphins with y'all. Yeah, man. I really hope I'm wrong on the offensive line. I think we all do. Hope we're wrong on that, but it is what it is. If the offensive line can't come together, man, Chris Greer has got to do a better job of utilizing his assets, man, because we've had so many draft picks over the years, man, and it's really disheartening because we have so much potential this year. A lot riding on Tua. So yeah, man, but it's still a lot of things to be excited about, man. Defense is looking good. Weapons are looking good on offense. Tua's looking great. So yeah, I'm still optimistic and yeah, fins up, man. I'm excited.
Fins up.
Yeah, EM, take the gun out of your mouth and give us your final thoughts.
Let me take another deep breath real quick. Okay, let me calm.
Take two.
Count to 10.
All right. Here we go. All right. Yeah, man. Salute to the panel, gentlemen. Always a pleasure to get up here and engage in dialogue with you guys about the Dolphins. And shout out to everybody in the comments. It's always showing up. Show the homie reason. Support, because you already know what level of quality this man brings to this platform.
Crazy,
so with that being said, gentlemen, it's Damn, Eric Flowers, bro. Man, I can't get over that. But
my goodness.
But anyway, with that being said, listen, I'm gonna try to remain optimistic about this situation, the O-line. You got to consider. I mean, really, seriously, all joking aside, I think this front is going to be extremely difficult to consistently move the football against through the air and on the ground. So with that being said, I'm not ready to go jump off a cliff just yet. If we're sitting here a week from now, 2 weeks from now in the training camp, and still you're getting no production from him, okay, well then at that point we need to really
yes.
We at that point we really need to start being concerned. I hope they're on the phone, if they're shopping Devontae Parker or whoever. I hope they're looking for a right tackle or some lineman, because it's concerning to hear this. But again, like I said, it's not time to hit the panic button just yet. So just let it play out. Let's exercise a little patience to let it play out. But with that being said, Tua Tagovailoa is a story here, and man, the positivity that's coming out last week and it carried over to this week, and hopefully, it continues and Tua keeps trending in the right direction. And I think it will. I think Tua's healthy. I think that was the biggest issue with him, and I think he's checked that box. And I think now what we're beginning to see is a player that not only me and Reason but others envisioned him to be when we drafted him 5 overall and in the 2020 NFL draft. So
hold on. Me and you on this platform. Let's be honest with ourselves.
Well, yeah. I'm just trying I'm trying to be nice here. I'm just trying to be nice, but at the end of the day, man, that's the most, the thing we need to be most encouraged about at this point, because Tua seems to, things seem to be slowing down for him, bro. And he's healthy. He's got his health. He's got confidence in his health. And, bro, again, even with the uncertainty on the offensive line, if Tua continues on this trajectory, a lot of his skill set can offset the instability that we have up front. We also, we see how he's able to manipulate things up front, and one of the biggest things I want to see about Tua this year in terms of growth is I want to see him look to make plays with his legs consistently. We all know he's got that athleticism. I think Tua, him by nature, he's a pure pocket guy. But I want to see this year, bro. I want to see him look to make plays with his legs. And I think, again, with him, how he navigates the pocket and him being able to get outside and extend plays and make plays with his legs, that'll offset some of that instability up front, because it looks like it's going to be somewhat of a problem. So with that being said, man, it's still, even with this bad news that Omar's reporting about Eichenberg, still Tua, to hear the positivity surrounding him right now, it just, all that uncertainty about the offensive line is secondary to me. So Tua, keep doing it, bro. We all pulling for you, man. And we all know and believe in you. We think you can reach. We think your talent level can get somewhere where, to a level that we haven't seen since Dan Marino. And it looks like it's happening, gentlemen. So it still has to translate to Sundays. I think it will. I'm hopeful. I'm praying it will.
Got to be patient.
Yeah, just be patient and let this play out. And I think we'll get the player that we've been waiting for. I truly believe that. So with that being said, y'all already know it all day, every day, baby.
I know there's no public practice tomorrow. Is there practice in general tomorrow?
I believe so.
I'm not sure, bro.
No, there's no practice. I saw it's Friday.
There's no
it's Friday. It's Friday. I know they practice Friday and Saturday, but not every practice that they have left is open to the public, is what I'm saying.
Right.
So
I think Saturday is an open practice.
So is Friday.
Friday. Okay.
Yeah.
And they don't practice at all tomorrow.
No, they're off tomorrow. I checked the website.
Yeah,
I think all teams should be off tomorrow, since they got the they have the Hall of Fame game tomorrow, right?
Oh
no,
is it tomorrow? The Hall of Fame?
Yeah, it's tomorrow.
Yeah, there's finally a game tomorrow.
Yeah. So then there you go. That would explain why.
Although it's just preseason, I mean, at least it's a game.
Yeah, because so they're there Friday, they're there Saturday, right? The 7th, but then the next open practice isn't until the 17th.
Yeah, they're off for a whole.
Right. So, well, no, they have the joint practices in Chicago in that time, so they're going to be practicing. You know what I mean? So, I know not every open practice left to the public are the only remaining practices we have. I think some are still going to be private. So, we'll see. So, I don't think they practice tomorrow. If they don't practice tomorrow, I won't be here. But I'll be back Friday because I know they're back, and Saturday I'll be here too. So, y'all already know what time it is, baby. It's because let me see here. On Saturday they practice at 10 a.m. So I might be early in the day instead of at night. We'll see how it pans out. So, I'll be back at the latest Friday, at the earliest tomorrow. If news breaks tomorrow, I'll clearly be back. But everyone stay happy, healthy, safe, and blessed. And it's Fins up all day, every day.
Y'all be safe out there.
Peace. Yes, sir.